Hello, hello everyone. Hello, hello. The DXR are here. How does my new camera look on here? I think it looks pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at it now and I'm seeing good things. You gotta tell me though. Tell me that you love my new camera. Ellie Eli Gold. Hello, hello, hello. The DXR are here. Well, there's only one DXR or Durex. He's actually called Durex Rider on here. How's it going, besties? All good. Morning to my American friends. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good hello. Yeah. Yes, handsome boy. How kind. Gosh, that was an eventful TikTok stream. It is. God, there was just a guy like the Nazi at the start was interesting, who was telling us about usury and how that's the change in Britain. Which I'm sorry, I don't know enough about usury in Britain to think that that's the system, but but I guess it kind of shows you, like, it's much easier to live in the conspiracy. Did you get your Teddy Glow ordered? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about because, upload the debate, Christoph. Which debate? And I don't upload debates on here anyway. The only one I would upload was yesterday, because that yesterday one was funny. Yeah, I do look crispy. It's also, I don't know, it's got better FPS, so I can go crazy on it. I can get crazy with it. Chris, why do you only attract two people who failed their sats? I don't know. People who tend to be fans of DXR have failed their sats. Usury, yeah, sorry. Sup, Chris? Hello. I guess also, it's always like you think about things afterwards, but blaming like sort of just Jewish people for the global financial system, like most of that change also occurred after the Second World War, where like after the First World War, where America became the dominant power. It's like, what did that have to do with Jewish people? I actually never took the SAT. I wasn't about to pay to take a test. You have to pay to take the SATs. I don't know. How's the lighting and stuff? Does it look okay? Because I've had to move it because now my PC is on my desk. It's now over here, which I don't think you should be able to hear. And I fixed the problem with it. One of the reasons I was kind of delayed was because I was faffing around with cutting my thing. And no, what he means failed their SATs is actually the UK exams, not SATs. I should have said SATs. In the UK, we call them SATs. We use the initialism rather than the acronym. We call them SATs, and we use the acronym rather than the initialism. But the SATs is like basically the lowest level of things when you also the Scouse Nazi was insane. Yeah, Scouse Nazi is pretty insane, but it also took a while to get there, but it was obviously going that way. I should have just removed him. You should have to pay for everything but flushing a public toilet. Thank you. SATs were in year 6, weren't they? And I passed my SATs, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. Yep, you also have to pay to take the ACT. My high school paid for all of us to take the ACT once. I did really well, even though I didn't study. Congratulations to you. I wouldn't have done that. Hello, Lemon Mint Cat. You recommended a book last stream by Tim Mook. I don't know what book you're talking about. Tim Mook. What was the book about? You'd have to tell me what the book was about. You're referring to the China toilet paper thing. You have to pay. Oh, I see. You said you have to pay. I don't know why I read you should. I guess maybe there was one around it like you should. You have to pay for everything but flushing it. In the UK, you have to pay for flushing a public toilet as well. Todd McGowan, yeah. I don't know which Todd McGowan your book I was talking about, though. Kind of The Racist Fantasy, maybe, which is one of his better books. Lots of books. My girlfriend got me a new Todd McGowan book. She knows me too damn well. Also, I'm obsessed with how crisp I look when I move my hands around. The 60 FPS is going crazy. You can see me moving loose. But yeah, in the UK, you have to pay for public toilets. The Racist Fantasies up there, actually. It's right there next to Penis Envy and Other Bad Feelings by Mari Ruti, and then Emancipation After Hegel by Todd McGowan. Nice. It's a great book. It's not very hard to read either. It's philosophy, but it's good. It's Lacanian thought. What did I have to start with? There are a couple of... Oh, how have I ended up on the stream prep? There we go. Oh yeah, there was a crazy video about Trump. I don't know if any of you saw this, where Trump accidentally read out. We just got to watch this. Hello, Artonda. Hello, everyone. An early Chris stream early. I don't stream early. It's at 6. It's at 5:30. He's clearly misread whatever he's meant to. I and state your name, and then he's getting booed. Forcing to pay for education is how we push back against encroaching meritocracy. Crazy from Trump. I don't think Trump is doing that well. He's clearly lost a lot of sharpness, but I mean, he's still not quite Biden yet. But there was that clip of him asleep. Also, there's crazy things happening on Twitter. Someone has been face-swapping Tommy Robinson, and he got blocked for it. He face-swapped Tommy Robinson onto Jimmy Savile, and it's such a good face-swap, you can barely tell that it's not Savile, that it even is a face-swap. I'm not fucking leaving! He's been swapping them on everyone. This is Ian Brady, who was a serial killer. That's the guy from Come Dine With Me with the face on, and that's the bald nonce who said, "Oh, you ruined me holiday." And he's just been harassing Tommy Robinson because he had like a "Be Like Poland" hat on. Being like Poland is an interesting desire, just sort of an anti-LGBTQ racist state. But I mean, that's okay if that's what you want, you know. I just thought that you didn't support Islam because of how evil they were, allegedly, right? There are some very good face swaps on here. This one was good. So the initial post was, another ginger convert, Muslim convert Jason Savage from Small Heath, Birmingham, has been jailed for life for threatening to flatten a mosque and kill an anti-terror Islamist clerk. Savage had targeted a Salafi cleric associated with a mosque and bookstore. This is the original, and there's Tommy Robinson's face edited onto it. He has a real talent for this, I will say. It's a great use of your talent, basically. The TikTok earlier was good. I'm not so sure. It wasn't the greatest of lives, but yeah, I mean, the Nazi guy was just like, God, what? I mean, I should have just removed him earlier. But yeah, it does barely look different. If I had that kind of talent, I would not be using it to face swap Tommy Robinson.
People try and make...
Two things.
Wait, here's the original.
Two things, mate. Two things. Your club, a statement went out to all the coaching teams all around your youth about the poppy, if that's what you're upset about. The other thing, you stick my face on any notorious paedophile, I will track you down and find you, you fucking mug. 1,000,000%. Yeah? 1,000,000%. Right? Just to clarify that. So, crack on. Search what your club done around the poppy. Yeah? It's not an anti-West Ham post. It's a go about what the fucking bullshit. Probably because you've got loads of Muslim coaching staff, I'm guessing. So they don't feel forced to wear the poppy. But that's where we're at. So, if you think you're big, you think you're brave, go ahead, mate. I'll find where you live in the fucking... It'll take me hours, bruv, to find that.
May want to delete your post about West Ham, pal. Going to give 1 hour before I plaster your face on some of the most notorious paedophiles known to man. Look at that one of Fred West. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ. He's using his powers for good, because previously he just did it to Graham Potter, who was a bad manager for West Ham. But now he's just started doing it to Tommy Robinson and winding him up. It's kind of amazing. I'll find where you live. It'll take me hours, bro. He is really good at doing this. Look at that one. Wow. British people are on serious business about the poppies. Oh, God, it was like the person asking me, did you go to Remembrance Day? It's like, what? What's the recap, lovies? Tommy Robinson, a sort of notorious far-right grifter in the UK, who is currently in Poland, and look, Professor Norman Fenton, who is a making sense of math and risk Bayesian casual knowledge. This is the reason that he's banned on X. My God, even though Elon Musk promotes this. But I was critical of Hamas. Critical of Hamas is now apparently a reason that you can be... Jesus Christ as well. Look at this guy who's consistently promoted by Elon Musk. I've just been attacked by both Polanski and Corbyn over my calls to implement a hostile environment for illegal migrants. What a duo. Zach Polanski says I should be absolutely condemned, calling it nasty and cruel. Corbyn says it's utterly repulsive. Okay, lads, if you say so. I am very much of the view that allowing hundreds of thousands of unvetted young men from cultures that actively hate women and us to roam our streets is absolutely mental. Do I think that placing unchecked Eritrean and Afghan men in communities all around the country is a good idea, funding their hotels and pocket money? No, I don't. Would I make life so uncomfortable for these illegals that they chose to leave themselves before they were forcibly turfed out? Yes, I do. This guy is clearly a supporter. Well, he is actually a supporter of Israel. And it's very obvious that you can find this out because he clearly agrees with Israeli policies. And yeah, I mean, like, cultures that actively hate women, that would be pretty much all culture in Western society.
A present.
I hope you're going to like it.
There's just videos of him in Poland, and just it's just like it's just insane. It is genuinely just insane that this is what is going on in the world. That that Tommy Robinson is like continually just given the biggest platform in the world by Elon Musk.
Can you just...
And there's basically they've been talking as well about the Christians and all of this recently. It's insane. We're getting too Americanized, Atlanticized. Have you guys seen the Reform UK? Yeah, I've seen that, the anti-Semitic ad. On one hand, Poppy to remember fighting in Afghanistan for no reason. On the other hand, complaining about Afghans fled. Yeah, exactly. It's like the guy who was like earlier, he was like, oh, we should just stop interfering in countries, but Jews make us interfere in countries. It's like, what are you saying? Like, what are these words? It's like, what, did Jewish people make us invade Afghanistan? Because that was largely the product of American policy. My Welsh friend has eaten the Tommy Robinson bait and I don't know what to do, how to pull her out of it. I think it's unfortunate. I mean, you can try talk to them, but like it's difficult. I mean, here's another thing about it.
Clarify some terms. So maybe I should have known this. What is Christian nationalism?
Yeah, it's a term that more applies to the US, where we've seen it, where they have a tradition of really public political Christianity, but basically nationalist plus Christian. The idea being that people use a Christian identity to exclude others. We do have some sort of history of that in the UK, especially in Northern Ireland, as Christianity as a means of identity. But it feels like it's something new. We've been going to Tommy Robinson rallies, the anti-Islam activist, for a while now, and really struck by the one here in Westminster in September, how many crosses we saw, the Lord's Prayer being said. It was really front and centre, and that felt like a new thing.
I guess the question then I would have central to that is, how can we know what people's motivations are to carry a cross? Or to say the Lord's Prayer. You can observe, I guess, the types of places as you have where you're seeing it, but how do we know what people's motivations are?
I mean, very, very difficult to look into someone's soul. And, going to that beach in Cornwall, I think those motivations are real, but I think we can look at the effect and sort of the othering it has on other people. So what is the effect when people are saying, we're British, we're Christian?
Christian nationalism was not such a major part of British politics in the way in which we're one of the few British countries where Christianity, one of the few British countries, one of the few English countries where Christianity, one of the few English, why can't I say this? One of the few European countries where Christianity basically played like no role in the development of our democracy. Like, look at Germany. Germany had a much bigger role of it with Christianity there. UK's, and yes, we're meant to have separation of church and state, but we don't really.
If you're not Christian, does that make you non-British? And I think that is the effect of a lot of this. So I'm not suggesting this is a cynical attempt. There is money involved, there is an influence from American social media, but that bishop, others we spoke to, they are committed Christians, even if they stand outside the faith, even if a lot of other Christians would disagree with their version of Christianity, especially in its message towards Islam and towards immigration. But it's the effect of that taken all together. And what does it mean when you see people marching through a street with across 150,000 people? Does that make you feel welcome if you're not a Christian? What does it mean if they want to have more legal powers for Christianity? You speak to these people that mean, well, gay marriage wouldn't be a thing, abortion rights would be restricted. Is that something we want? That's the position of a lot of these people. So those are all in the mix. And it feels, this is fringe Christianity. Most people still belong to the Church of England. It's the majority of Christians in this country. There's growing Christianity amongst young people, and that's not to say it's with this sort of extreme right Christianity. But I think these questions are there in a way that they haven't been before. We've seen it in the US, and it feels like this is a new thing here in the UK.
Chris P, did you know it's difficult to look into someone's soul? Not with my new camera, it's not. It's easy to look into my damn soul. You can see right into my soul because, look, the 60 FPS lets me move around in a completely unchoppy manner. So you're seeing right into my 60 FPS soul, aren't you? I don't know if I want to move the camera slightly, but I won't. Even in my country, Hungary, we don't have that. And we used to be one of the Ottomans' biggest ops. What? Rising Christianity. Growing Christianity among young people. No, I think it's a complete echo chamber online. And I think that it really is that, like, Tommy Robinson and all these people are just using Christianity. They don't care about them. They don't care about this kind of stuff, It's just ultimately a thing that they can use to justify. There's also such an amazing post that I'll read before I get into the Ethan stuff. This takedown of Elon Musk after he's is one of the best I've ever seen by Joyce Carol Oates. So curious that such a wealthy man never posts anything that indicates that he enjoys or is even aware of what virtually everyone appreciates. Scenes from nature, pet dog or cat, praise for a movie, music, a book, but doubt he reads, pride in a friend or a relative's accomplishments, condolences for someone who has died, pleasure in sports, acclaim for a favourite team, references to history. In fact, he seems totally uneducated, uncultured. The poorest persons on Twitter may have better access to more beauty and meaning in life than the world's most wealthy person. I think that this is like I think that this is just indicative of what a billionaire is like. And he is the biggest billionaire in the world. He is someone that has submitted almost entirely to the demand of capital. There's too much space above your head, is there? Hold on. I've just failed. The plants are not as impressive now. I've just failed totally and only made the situation slightly worse. Oh well. I'll get the camera sorted out. He sucks at games. Why does he suck so much at Elden Ring? Let's have a look at his build. Yeah, I mean, just power leveling intelligence is really odd. And equip load will be lower if fast roll is needed. Like, what is this? It's crazy. It's crazy. It's God, that is just a terrible build, isn't it? Heavy load. I remember when this came out and I was yet to play Elden Ring. He faked being a top Diablo player. That was really, really odd. Yeah, he definitely leveled int because he thought it was cool. Half a year, by the way. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while now. Jesus. Thanks for the half a year, Henry. Shout out for all the members. Shout out everyone who's donated and viewed and stuff. Of course he'd power level intelligence. I mean, it's definitely because he thinks that he's intelligent and he's like, I'm playing like myself. I'm innovating in Elden Ring. Also using summons. Spirit Ashes, sorry. Why's he got a shield as well? Like, if you're a mage, no Estus in the quick time. Why does he have no Estus in the quick... He must have just not been playing the game, or what is this? What is this? Like, why would you have a build like this? Like, who does this? I guess some people are just very bad at the game. He definitely was just, like, stuck on the first boss, though. Or he definitely just, like, found out how to, like, cheat. Yeah, why would you have two shields? Oh, hello, Overzealous. Good to see you, man. And I'm sorry, man. This is what happens when I make the camera crisper. This is what happens, bro. Well, I think we're going to have Overzealots on at some point. I'm sorry I didn't get back to your thing for ages, man. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Also, by the way, I should probably say now, but I'll mention again. Tomorrow, Cruel World Happy Mind is coming on the stream. And we're going to talk about what's happened over the last few days. And then we're also going to talk about... like how she got some stuff wrong on Palestine, because I saw a lot of people like kind of gunning for her in the comments, but she seems someone who's up to learning. And I know I got a few comments like, she's a slop tuber, and I definitely appreciate like, hey, you can say this, that like some of the content is slop, but let's be frank, we all enjoy slop, and politicizing slop is a good idea, right? Like I've made that argument multiple times. We've just got 4, 5, 6. Can we now get 3, 2, 1 months, please? Almost at Harry's level. Thank you so much, Sophie. Almost at Loaf's level. Neuro non-existence, yeah. Can any Elden Ring understander explain why you would ever do this? Why you would have 2 swords and 2 shields? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you do this? And yes, it will. Well, the point of it is to point out, like, we'll talk to her about what happened and stuff, but like the point is to mainly like note the kind of stuff like how, you know, how it's just unfair what was done and the way in which she was talked to. And I think that there is much to be said about what she did. Yeah, thank you for logging in, Henry Walrus, the Elden Ring understander, mate. Oh, sorry, but like, why would you do this? Like, it just... ketamine. To be fair, I do think you have to admit, Henry, you probably would not be as good at playing Elden Ring if you had an addiction, a crippling addiction to ketamine that was destroying your bladder and your mental state. He's not doing a meme run. This was like serious. Like, also the way he types is so lame. Equip load will be lowered if fast roll is needed. They need to release a new Souls game because then I could play it. He's just too lazy to go into the menu. Jesus, this is just like... And then, this is also funny. Do you still play chess? I did as a child, but found it to be too simple to be useful in real life. A mere 8x8 grid. No fog of war. No technology tree. No random map or spawn position. Only 2 players. Both sides exact same pieces, etc. Polytopia. What is Polytopia? What is Polytopia? Oh my god. The Battle of Polytopia is a 4 times turn-based strategy game. A 4x, I guess, probably. Hold on. Against AI-controlled tribes. Oh, God. Oh my god, Fortnite Friday with Night Rain. This is you ruin the country just like your marriages. You ruin this country just like all your marriages. You ruin this country just like all your marriages. Imagine picking 1 gold dog. Why did he say that? So finally, here's the stats of Elon Musk's stats to fix the Elon Musk Elden Ring build. What is this? Decided to try and fix. Wow. Can you be trans in Elden Ring? Elon Musk is thinking chess isn't a good game as a self-report. Yeah, that's missing the best one where it's like, Elon, just do away. This is also that's a funny tweet. I don't know when this was posted. What's your hidden superpower? Video game skills. Also, by the way, I will say there are very few people I've met who are naturally talented at games. But like the thing is that like most people have talent at games because they play them relentlessly. Like that's the hard truth, and that's just what Elon has done. It's amazing that he also... That was such a funny saga when he just didn't know how to play the game as well. Which one was that? Diablo or... I like this title. Fake Gamer King wasn't even using macro. Elon Musk's gaming stats questioned by players. Jesus Christ. Right. Elden Ring has non-binary main characters. Does it? I don't even remember. That's how talent at anything works. It's literally just... Some people are very good naturally at things, though. Like, as a base level. The highest level of talent is predominantly to do with, you know, hard work. And, like, Cristiano Ronaldo is a good example of that. Cristiano Ronaldo is very clearly just someone who has unbelievable natural talent at football, but then also, you know, worked so fucking hard. And pretty much any baller, like Messi and all these people... There's also this, I don't know if any of you have seen this account, but there's a very strange Twitter account that's been popping up on that I keep seeing, where this guy keeps putting bacon on his shoulders and eating bacon, and he's like a Scottish Asian man.
Funded by Qatar. This is a
Here's a classic.
country without... Stop believing in anti-Semitic bullshit funded by Qatar. This is a country without oil, they would just be sand. They are a shit culture that funds Hamas and Muslim Brotherhood 30 million a year. Stop believing in their lies. Also,
leave the goats alone.
It's like his joke is just like racism, but he's Asian. It's kind of like, I'm not so sure that you should be getting up to this, man. I don't think these people are going to like you because you are most definitely not one of those people who's safe from deportation because you aren't you are not white Anglo-Saxon. Funded by Qatar. Most normal Islamophobe. Well, the most normal thing he does is put bacon on his shoulders regularly. I don't really get what this is. Like he does this. I don't know if it's meant to be a cape or something, but it's like it's meant to own the Muslims, and it's just like, bro, you are risking giving yourself... What's the thing you get from uncooked pork? Whatever it is. He is Scottish. Yeah, I am also funded by Qatar. Why have you now got a gold? Is that because you've been a member for so long? Yeah, he's not part of the preferred class. By the way, I mentioned this if any of you are in the Discord. Lonabox was having like a breakdown over the $7,000 to you know the $7,000 thing. To be honest, to me that's just a meme, and I think it's funny because they all spam it on like idiots posts. But if you read into this, it's way worse than $7,000. There's one here. Since 2018, the company received at least $100 million to promote Israeli tourism campaigns in the United States. And it also works with other countries, including several similar projects in the Gulf. It's like quite weird, you know, that you're not so sure that that's like a trichinosis. Yes, trigonometry, giving yourself trigonometry to scare the Muslims. I desperately wish for Elon Musk to become irrelevant again. Elon Musk hasn't been irrelevant for a long time, so I think you're going to be wishing. But yeah, like also there's a little bit here. Read this. Where is it? Here you go. Sorry, my mouth is itchy as shit. The filings for the proposed campaign explain that the messages will reach their audience through the largest geofencing campaign in US history, a pitch to map the physical perimeters of every church and Christian college in California, Arizona, Nevada. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. Nevada and Colorado during worship hours, identifying attendees using commercial data, tracking them, and continuing to target them with relevant ads. The estimated audience for the project, 8 million churchgoers and 4 million Christian students. Crazy, isn't it? Like, it's crazy that people go on about Qatar, and it's just like, Israel is doing that, you know? Bacon would be offensive to Jews and Muslims alike, except that it isn't. Yes, exactly. Like, it's really funny where it's like, Jew-hating Qatar. And it's like, bro, you stream with bacon on your shoulders. Like, what are you talking about? TikToker Tom Birchie. Tom Birchie's not going to Israel because he's getting paid. Tom Birchie's going to Israel because his entire career is just based on doing controversial things to gain viewers.
Okay, hello folks, welcome to Israel. We've arrived. It was a very easy flight over from Cyprus, just an hour, and we're here in Israel. It's cool. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very cool to be here, somewhere that really is just always a place I wanted to go. Always. And we're here. Spending at least a week here. I'm not sure how long exactly.
But by the way, this guy is just anti-Semitic and believes Jewish people control the world, allegedly, or I believe so. In a podcast, he kind of insinuated that and made jokes to that effect. So I don't know 100% if he does, but he made some jokes to that effect.
I don't know if a week's going to be enough, but at least a week. Got this penthouse, a top floor flat with a very large terrace. Going to be using this at night to do a little bit of DJing. That's going to look good on YouTube.
Of course the Israelis love fucking Tom Birchie DJ sets. You know what? Tom Birchie is spiritually Israeli. He is actually a very spiritually Israeli man. So no surprise. I mean, 400 people watch his videos, and he makes like videos about the state of Britain whilst not living in Britain and talking about Greta Thunberg's selfie yacht. Brilliant.
This place was £1,000 for a week. Rent in Tel Aviv, incredibly expensive, and so we are feeling that. But yeah, grand for the week. It'll be all right. It'll be good. We're in Israel, man. This is going to be so cool. The immigration
Stretching out the video to a minute.
officer was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, tourism." He was like, "Oh, enjoy." So yeah, tourism. Can't wait for it. This is going to be absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. Tel Aviv, Israel. What more could you want? This is going to be amazing. Can't wait to be making loads of videos showing you guys the country. God bless.
Okay, just a couple of hours in Tel Aviv. It's very nice, actually. Went for a walk down on the beach. I wasn't expecting the beach to look so good. That's a very, very nice hotel. I'm really enjoying it. It's fun. It's quite cool. We've just had like a really, really nice lunch on the beach, which was ridiculously expensive, like 60 quid for a salad and an Aperol Spritz. But at least it was good. At least it was good. I didn't anticipate Tel Aviv to have a beach that was so nice. I must say, Zookies decriminalized in Israel. So that's positive, isn't it, guys? Isn't it? Very, very beautiful though. So as you can probably tell, I am tired from the last 2 days of traveling. So I think today won't be very exciting.
Bro's trying to outrun his hard drive. Yeah, I mean, he uploads also, by the way, his this is like a consistent guy who lies about the amount of money he makes and everything, because on TikTok you can only upload 60 videos a month that you get paid for, and he uploads like 60 videos a day and just films himself going round. And there's also, by the way, there's a video of his girlfriend like, "I'm leaving you."
But it is good to be here. Very, very cool. God bless, guys. Take care. Bye.
Just like having to get it to a minute.
Enjoy the Israel videos.
Also, do you know why it's actually decriminalized in Israel? Is part of because they need self-medication from all the war crimes that they commit. I'm not even exaggerating or joking. That is like part of the reason that they decriminalized it. Because it's like a good idea. But there's like him saying that Greta Thunberg is a Rothschild.
Oh, I know a good conspiracy theory.
I just want to see if I can find it because there's definitely.
To get people hate you. That's just the reinforcement for years.
Yeah,
Living the life. You know, I was worried.
maybe. Yeah, the little.
To
They probably
Palestine.
ate half the supplies while they were on their way.
Jesus Christ.
I feel, yeah,
Jesus Christ.
fun. You actually, if you want to, I can. Ben's.
Milton.
Yeah, USA is good.
But yeah, like just going to Israel because your channel is dying is in line with the grift. But he is also spiritually Israeli, so maybe I'll make a TikTok saying Tom Birchie being in Israel is the most spiritually Israeli thing imaginable. There you go. Also, big camera, by the way, just to see how beautiful it looks. Genocide runs in front of my son. Yeah, it's just also so fucking crazy. But he said that Greta Thunberg is a Rothschild. Really interesting commentary from this guy. And then his other posts.
Pay attention.
His other posts every few days are could be massive. Pay attention. This could be massive. This is definitely as well just a paid financial ad. Like, I'm sorry, you're not sitting there and saying. You're not sitting there and saying that.
Pay attention.
Market is flat, but this is pumping. Just then, Rep Nick TV agrees.
Donald Trump is about to make people millionaires, and that is because he has just announced.
Imagine this just being your life, man. Just like having to upload fucking like crypto scams. Oh, he also said that you are only British. Yes, he is the most spiritually Israeli man in the world. He's racist. He's a talentless hack who just sort of films himself just doing things and being controversial. And that's kind of it. He's just like an idiot. That's like kind of the shtick. His most popular videos are a video of him celebrating Singapore going up 2-0. And also, by the way, he's still with this girl, but this is his girlfriend talking about him, and there's some odd stuff going on here.
Today is the day, guys. I'm absolutely done with this place. I'm done with Knockout Labs, everything that's going on here, and I'm back
not being done with Knockout Labs.
off to the UK. Unfortunately, as probably most of you know, he takes every single penny from the shop. He takes my TikTok money, so I have nothing in my account. So unfortunately, I do have to wait until my parents wake up to send me some money to get me back to the UK. But you know, when it just gets too much, and there was just a final straw, and I was like, I don't deserve to be treated like this. I've been spat in my face, I've had my hair pulled, I've been screamed at, all these vile things that I don't deserve. No one deserves that. And yeah,
Knockout Labs is his business, and this girlfriend is still with him. But I'm sorry, I don't think you upload a TikTok like this for drama. I don't think you do. I think he genuinely is a very odd guy. There are some odd videos of him out there, and I feel like going to Israel just for the controversy is, yeah.
today I've had enough, so I'm going back to the UK. Hopefully get my independence back and, you know, start thriving again, because this place has ruined me.
It's also crazy that he takes all of her money and from the business and still is just going to Israel.
Thank you for all you people that have supported me, and like I do actually appreciate all the people who did actually warn me about him, but obviously you can't say anything when you're in the situation.
But also, by the way, like her getting back with him is not actually necessarily very indicative of like, you know, this sort of, maybe it was just a grift, but maybe it just was a grift and a joke, but I don't know.
So was Ellie going back to the UK a load of bullshit?
He's just
Shit.
like
Or was
he's
that
just like a potentially allegedly abusive alcoholic from the videos that are there, but who fucking knows? Who fucking knows, man? I feel like weird knowing this much about some idiot. Then there's an account, and like some of these accounts are mental. There's an account here saying Tom Birchie and Ellie Selway are having a baby. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought they were making up drama. I mean, I don't know. Madison is calling in tomorrow. I think that maybe it's just drama, but I don't know. It's not that unhinged to believe that a survivor of someone who could be abused. I just feel like if you were trying to cause drama, of all of the things you would pick, I would not pick my girlfriend to go, like, of all of the things that you would want to leave alone are probably sexual abuse, being a pedophile, and your girlfriend making allegations against you of any kind. If you're trying to farm drama, farm a fight. Don't farm something like that. That's kind of, to me, something that I find, like, I don't know. But I think it's an interesting reason why you'd go to, Israel. There's also a new documentary in the UK, and it's called Israeli Soldiers Speak Out on Gaza. I listened to it and I was like, hey, I don't know if I want to listen to just like basic crimes. Yes, and allegedly, who knows? Like, all of these things are alleged, and I mean, she said it there, but like, yeah, that's not a joking matter or something you want to have on the internet. Yeah, exactly. I see what you mean. Like, why would you want that on the internet? Even if you wanted like a joke. Like a joke to gain views, that feels weird, you know? Like, that kind of stuff feels very, very, very odd to have out there. But, sorry, there's just one bit of this that I wanted to read. The program provides some evidence that such views have been propagated by some rabbis in the ranks. One time, the brigade rabbi sat me down next to me and spent half an hour explaining why we must be just like they were on October the 7th, that we must take revenge on all of them, including civilians, that we shouldn't discriminate, and that is the only way, says Major Netta Kaspin. Rabbi Avraham Zabriv, an extremist Jewish cleric who served more than 500 days in Gaza, says in the program, everything there is one big terrorist infrastructure. Also, I just love that there are like people who feel the need to defend Israel in any capacity. Just insane. No, I didn't see the Max Blumenthal thing. Ethan Klein said, hold my beer. I hope that lady gets justice. Well, she's back with him now, and she's probably in Israel, so... Or she was meant to go to Israel, but she doesn't appear to be there from the videos, so I don't know. But, like, who fucking knows, man? It's ridiculous, and just this whole thing of just, like, he will do anything to create drama, and going to Israel is part of me is like, should I talk about it? But already...
Okay, just a couple of...
This is the other funny thing, though. Like, TikTok just promotes Tom Birchie as much as it can. But, like, honestly, it does as much as it can to promote this guy, to just push him out there to everyone and say, like, oh, watch Tom Birchie. It's amazing. I mean, it's a quality thing. What are the odds he ends up with, like, that opinionated girl or something? Or Jewish Jess. He gets to go on a holiday with Jewish Jess. No, but Ethan Klein is obviously the pedo jokes. Anyway, let's get on to Ethan Klein. I want to see if his stories are still up. Him and Hila Klein were having an absolute meltdown yesterday because they're running some... we'll watch Content Crashout actually teach us about this. Content Crashout is a brilliant source.
I think makeup's a...
Here you go. Right. It started with this.
I think makeup's a racket. I don't want to say con, but it's like a sleazy business.
Today, I'm very excited to do a full walkthrough of our first ever collection of products of Teddy Glow.
Teddy Glow. People have been asking for prices. It costs like 20 cents to make. They charge you $50. You don't need to be James Charles. No. You don't have to have sex with minors.
Well...
to be good at makeup looks. Although apparently it helps.
Eyeliner eraser infused with micellar water. And that allows you to correct mistakes, or you can even use it creatively to create negative space if you're doing some kind of...
Oh, it is already erased. What?
Like graphic look.
There's no... Wait.
If you're doing negative space, if you're doing...
This is the level we're getting down to. We're going to investigate. And also, by the way, I just want to be clear that, like, he's always upset about, like, people dissecting his life and going into the intricacies. The things that he says and does about, like, Hassan, like, being, like, for months, Hassan shocked his fucking dog just constantly. And it's just like, bro, at a certain point, like, you know, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow.
You can even use it creatively to create negative space if you're doing some kind of like graphic look and you want to do something like that. You basically get 2-in-1 here with this.
Wait,
do
sorry.
some negative space if you're doing some kind of like graphic look and you want to do something like that.
Content Crashout has done the investigation for us. If you want some good quality and affordable makeup, just buy Asian beauty products. I buy most of mine from YesStyle. Have you not seen the... I think some of you have got some learning to do. There is a very important video about this.
And I asked them, and I said...
You've not been watching this.
Said, should we boycott Asian shops? Is that what we should do? And then every one of them said yes. Yes. Okay. Because how are black people supposed to mobilize if they're in our communities? It's not no Asian hating. It's about economics and why black people can't keep their black money within their community. So when you go to your corner shops and, you know, the food stop that they sell, right? They sell our food. They go to the corner shops.
I don't know what they're talking about here, because the top comment says, wasn't Elaine the Pain from Tracy Beaker Asian? I don't know if she's on the podcast.
We have chicken shops lined up in our thing. It's all going back into their community. How is it coming back into ours? We have to boycott them. We don't want to, but we have to boycott them to keep it within our community. Otherwise, how are we going to progress? Right? I can't do it on my own. I need black people to help me. And I also said as well, I said, black people, you need to take time with black businesses as well.
Yeah. What you need to do, it's not even about boycott the Asian shop, it's like, buy black. That's all your message is. No. Buy black.
She tried to give her a get out.
The reason why I disagree with that, sorry to cut you.
No, go on.
The reason why I disagree with that is because when you say buy black, we still are about convenience. Until we get out of that mindset to strictly go and buy black, you have to give black people options. If I don't give them options, what they're going to do, they're going to fall back into the cycle. You have to get, and this is what I'm saying, like, when I said boycott the Asian shops, it's because they're on...
Sorry, it's just so funny when she says boycott the Asian shop. I don't know why it sounds funny.
They're literally in every single community.
But as you said, give the alternatives. So you can say, the only reason I'm saying, because I think getting tied up into a culture war also isn't helpful for us. Because we just look like the aggressors or something. No. I'm not saying don't call it out. I think there's a conversation that needs to, I definitely think there's a conversation that needs to be had.
Special guest. Oh, her name is Elaine the Pain. What the hell? I feel like it's just an odd hill to choose, like just boycotting Asian shops. And there's been like a lot of discourse, particularly from black people around this, like on TikTok.
If you're boycotting South Asian shops, you're genuinely a donut. Do you understand the nature of business? Someone supplies you with something you need and then you pay for it. That's it. There's an exchange of value. That's how it works. They don't owe us anything more than that. If you feel like this is a business that needs to be owned by black people, then why use your energy to boycott shops? Why don't you use that energy to bring people together and build a shop yourself? Why destroy things when you can build them instead? Please exhibit some critical thinking. If you're boycotting...
Yeah, I mean, I believe in the concept of boycott, but I don't get why you choose Asian shops.
I'm hearing about boycotting Boss Man.
I can't listen to this because it's got music on. Beethoven. Beethoven will be copyrighted. Is Beethoven copyrighted?
You basically get 2-in-1 here with this product.
So are you just cleaning the edge? I see.
This is one of my favorite things ever. Literally, because
it's hard to see because it's not super close up. You guys have product demos? Yeah. I'm in the wrong business. I gotta start selling Fupa Trooper makeup. Why is Kylie Jenner a billionaire? I'm pissed that I'm not making that much money.
Yeah, I'm really into it.
I don't know why you were so late to the game.
It's so funny that this is like, that's a terrible pause frame that was not done intentionally. But anyway, the craziest part about all of this, and once again, thank you, Content Crashout. But like the craziest part about all of this is just like the crash out that comes afterwards. I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, and just what I was going to talk about is this is really what upsets. This is really what upsets Ethan. Is just like zooming in on his face and just like pulling out stuff that they said and did. Like that's it. That's it. That is it. Like this account is apparently like an evil Nazi anti-Semite. Like, well, what is this? It's not like obsessively going into Ethan's life. It's not sending him skulls from CPS. It's just fucking posting about Ethan and his wife and the fact that she is wild. Wild. She is genuinely wild, and I think there is too much charity given to Hila Klein. Have any of you been through her following list? Because I was talking about this last night, and Hila Klein's following list is amazing. The people she follows are like just any Israeli propagandist. I've seen this noted before. Any Israeli propagandist, you bet Hila follows it. Yosef Haddad. Oh, there's actually a quality Yosef Haddad image that was before I was streaming. Wait, I'll see if I can find it. He actually helped me make quite a lot of my original most popular videos. So shout out Yosef Haddad, because I was just dunking on him because he's such an idiot. Here it is. He uploaded a video on TikTok and it said how good it is to meet our fighter. Wait, let me see if you guys can see this. Yeah. How good it is to meet our fighters returning from Gaza for a brief truce after giving head to Hamas. I know it's a mistranslation, but, you know, this was at the time of the semen retrieval unit and all these things, but just name a Zionist propagandist, because she probably follows them, unless they're Hen Mazig. Does she follow Lizzie Savetsky? No, she doesn't follow Lizzie Savetsky. David Collier. No, he doesn't really Instagram. Who's like a big Israeli Instagram propagandist? Jewish Jess. I wonder if she follows Jewish Jess. It would be so funny. No, she doesn't follow Jewish Jess. It's pronounced similar to his dad. Try saying it. I'm just trying to see if I can find any of these interesting followers. Talk about the Dome King. Doming up Hamas soldiers. No, Yosef, you're not supposed to be doing that. Oh. What do you think I'm talking about tomorrow? Like, the things she says and does around Palestine is crazy. Eve Bartlow. Does Eve Bartlow Instagram? David Mensa. Unfortunately, I'm not pulling up as many as I'd hoped, and it won't work here, but wait, I follow her, so who's an Israeli propagandist? To be fair, she only follows Hen Mazig and Yosef. Oh, okay. It's okay then. It's just Hen Mazig. Does she... Let's just check if she follows any Palestinian content creators. Bissan? No. Interesting. Anas? No. Haddad. Yeshai Fleischer. Sorry, I got a text. But yeah, I mean, Yosef Haddad. Like, what even is a Yosef Haddad's most recent post? Let's have a look.
Was alive today, he would be ashamed of what happened to the UK, and he would be ashamed of what the UK government
that random family
is doing for this country. This brave man fought and won over the Nazis.
It sounded like he said fucked.
He wanted to make sure that Britain stays a great nation.
Stand with us too.
He wanted to make sure that Britain sends a message to everyone who wants to attack this nation. And what's happening today is that the UK government is allowing to the new Nazis to literally take control and occupy Britain from within inside.
I genuinely think, like, my problem with that guy earlier was that he was like, Jews are doing all these evil things, they're occupying and they control Germany, they make everyone do everything and blah blah fucking blah. And it's just like, this is the same shit. He's saying that who is occupying?
The new Nazis. The Muslim Brotherhood extremists.
Ah, right, the Muslim Brotherhood occupying our government. We're much more occupied by Saudi Arabia and the Emirati government.
I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows the truth about my country. Good. Because it's the best country in the Middle East. And you know what? Out of the 2 million Arabs. That's a joke. But you don't know Arabic.
Let's see what he actually posts. New York has fallen. This is a black day in the history of New York and the United States and the free world. As the head of one of the largest and most important cities in the Western world, a dangerous extremist terrorist supporter will hold one of the highest offices. This symbolizes that... okay. This symbolizes that America is heading in a very bad direction. The occupation of the West from within is picking up speed, and the future consequences of this will painfully affect the entire world. This is just crazy. This is like someone who is followed by Hila. Like, I don't really know how to put it into words. Like, why you would ever be following this person? He just hates Zoran Mamdani. What did he say about her? The more details turn out, the more we understand the magnitude of the event. Is ultimately to protect the image of Israel. World through law enforcement is actually involved in the leak of the edited video that was blackened the name of the IOF worldwide to an unprecedented wave of incitement. He's just like inciting against this woman. It's crazy, isn't it? Obviously, the Islamist Socialist Republic of New York is the best country anywhere in the world. Of course it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you, Charlie Kelly, for even pointing that out. It's so important to talk about. She also follows Stop Anti-Semitism. The accounts she follows are like crazy. She doesn't follow any... I will have a look. Hamas once again... He posts so much on here. It is amazing how much this man posts on Instagram about she doesn't follow a single page about Palestine. Oh. Palestine. Who's the very famous journalist? Mutaz. Mutaz is literally like a two-stater. It's kind of crazy, like, just going through. So there's Stop Anti-Semitism she follows, and Stop Anti-Semitism is just a propaganda account. Like, this is not like an anti-Semitism account. Do they post the videos of the girl? They don't have the same influence as TikTok. Oh, no, they do post her. This annoying girl.
A disturbing discovery.
I can't play it, but they post her. There's, like, by the way, the account is just about genocide denial on
I'm on here to address something I think is really...
Drop Huda. Wow. She's just, yeah, like, I mean, interesting. Interesting. Ugh, Jesus Christ. She doesn't follow anything related to pro-Palestine. Yeah, I know. And it's like, oh... She follows the Times of Israel. Jesus Christ. Like, wait, let's look at... What is this?
כל מי שהיה בעמדת הנהגה ב-7 לאוקטובר 2023 לא יכול...
Is this just like a left-wing Israeli page, or what is this? The moving pictures after 4,818 days. Givati patrol officers carry the coffin of Lieutenant Hadar Goldin. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Hen Mazig is the one who, though, they're like, does she follow Noah Tishby? Fuck me. This woman worked for Netanyahu, didn't she? Yes, she did. She was the volunteer anti-Semitism envoy. Yeah, she was in it. That's a high-profile position for the Israeli government.
I want to hear.
Why do they all put...
Israeli hostage survivor Ron Breslavsky just broke his silence about the sexual torture that he's been through while in captivity in Gaza. I'm warning you, this is difficult to listen to.
איך אתה קורא למה שעשו לך? תקיפה מינית?
חד משמעית. כשרות עם
I can't play because it's got music, but he just talks about, like, what he accuses them of is, like, standard Israeli practice, and this is someone who supports the Israeli military. Also, text her. Guys, I may have to end the stream. I've got to text her. I've got to go text someone. Sorry guys, I got to go. Yeah, I got to go. Text someone. Sorry guys, the stream's done.
Welcome to Zoran.
And apparently this is, but you sent me this as a joke, and I know you have, but like, and you can tell straight away, but it's like, it's kind of insane that like, these are the people that Hila follows. And also that on the day where like Zoran won, Ethan was just posting about Hassan.
I'm Donnie's New York. I tried to put in Times Square into my Google Maps and look where it took me. Wow.
Mashallah, this Zoran. But Hen Mazig is perhaps the most offensive. But anyway, we've gone a long way out from content crash out.
I don't know either.
I mean, seriously, how much do girls spend on makeup every month?
I don't even know.
And a lot of girls, they slop it on. They slop it on. 2 years, guys, in the making.
So basically, what has provoked one of the funniest Ethan Klein crash outs in a while, where he claims that he is being targeted for being Jewish, is because this is one of the models. It was brought to my attention that the brand owner of the makeup brand I modeled for is in support of Israel. I am disgusted, to say the least. When I was presented this job, I had no knowledge of this and would have said no otherwise. I've always been vocal about my support of Palestine and all oppressed and marginalized groups under an oppressive system. I know where my heart and core values lie. All photos have been deleted off my page, and I do not align myself with that brand. One mistake doesn't determine my entire identity, nor heart. But moving forward, I will be more diligent. Oh my God. Can you imagine the level of crash out that is occurring today? Can you imagine the level of crash out that is occurring today? Oh, it will be insane. And Content Crash Out has provided us with some... Sorry, there's a funny comment here. Someone has commented, which you can't see. Hold on, I'll show you. Right, it's so messed up they changed their opinion from 8+ years ago. And then someone has put, I stand with pedo troll. I don't think Ethan changed his mind. Oh, that might be copyrighted. Oh. But then here's what... Why the fuck does Hila have to deal with this shit for being born somewhere? Give me fucking break. Give me a fucking break. This is just overt racism. I'm so fucking tired of this. I have a lot to say on this, because surely, I mean the point lies here of just the Hen Mazig stuff, like... Hila, like, as overzealots kind of... No, Noah Samson had the very good video about this. You know when Noah Samson did his video about how to girl boss a genocide? Like, when Israel was bombing the Iran, and Iran was striking a blow on Tel Aviv, when that was happening, Hila was just like epic pilots from the IOF. This is liked by Hila. The war is over, the living are home, and for the first time in 2 years, our Jewish nation can breathe a little. This day belongs to the people, to the parents who lived in sleepless prayer, to the soldiers who walked into the fire, to the families who buried their children and still stood to welcome others home. It belongs to those who never stop fighting, with hope, with faith, with words, with love, of this land and its people, to those who were attacked for standing with the truth, to those who carried hope when it felt impossible, to those who gave their lives for this light to keep shining. You are the reason we survived. You are the reason the light returned. Before the speeches, before the credits, remember this. It wasn't power alone that brought them home. It was people. It was you. Am Yisrael Chai. You would be forgiven for thinking that, it might not be normal for anyone who supports Palestine to be liking this, because the tweet, for some reason, fails to make a mention of Palestine, and maybe any crimes that were committed there. And you would think, an account who is maybe repentant, who was a very big pro-Palestinian voice, wouldn't be liking posts like that are like a long poem. And, I don't know. For me, maybe you wouldn't like that, but I just, yeah. Let's find. I would say any content creator who's like consistently liking shit like this.
Yeah, we need to stop pretending that this is.
I'm just seeing for other examples. There's some funny ones. Peace is the victory. I care about the people still waiting for their loved ones to come home. About the 48 hostages still held in Gaza. About the children, Israeli and Gazan, who deserve to grow up without learning to fear the sky. This is also just insane. How are you drawing equivalency between Palestinians and Israeli? Hen Mazig is one of the craziest guys. He was involved in the Owen Jones bat mitzvah scandal, which was insane, by the way. If you don't know about that, Owen Jones went to a bat mitzvah, which is like a gay Jewish event, and Owen Jones was like confronted because there were loads of Zionists there, and it was apparently run by Zionists. Don't you know it's obligatory to repost Islamophobic Twitter posts once you're born in Israel? I think maybe that is a bit of an obligation. I grew up believing this land could heal, that one day it would stop hurting, but lately it feels like our humanity is being traded away by people who speak of policy while we bury our dead. By voices that never had to run for cover or hear a siren and wonder if it's the last sound they'll hear. We can't let that be our story. How many Israelis were even killed? It's crazy that this is actually something that you take seriously. 27 Israeli civilians were killed, 5 Israeli soldiers, and at least 11 Palestinians. That was between 2004 and 2014. I mean, there are people who died, but at the same time, the fact that you equate that anywhere near Palestinian suffering is amazing. That amount of Palestinian people were killed in 1 year in the West Bank prior to October the 7th, and you're posting this slop. Jesus Christ. This shit is so unbelievably disgusting. Yes, it is unbelievably disgusting. Peace isn't a slogan to me. Just listening to...
The Free Palestine movement keeps saying that they're not racist, not anti-Jewish, not xenophobic, that their boycotts are a non-violent tool. But this story exposes the lie.
Terrible fucking hat, mate.
Because no matter how loudly a Jew signals that they care about Gaza, about Palestinians...
Also, there's quite a few filters on this post.
No matter how much they distance themselves from Israel, nothing will spare them. This weekend in London, queer DJ Roy...
Sorry, I can't play this because it's got music on. This is the stuff he shares. 1,200 plus Hollywood leaders say no to targeting Israeli filmmakers because of their ethnicity, nationality. Howie Mandel, Sharon Osbourne, this guy, whoever that is, this guy, Mayim Bialik, Amy from The Big Bang Theory. This is the most amazing one as well. By the way, this is also, I will. I'll highlight the famine denial stuff. But yeah, no, Hannah, that wasn't brave. And Hila did not like this, but I just want to make clear that she regularly does like this guy's post, and worse posts than this, but this is just one to vote. When the Hacks actor signed a pledge to boycott Israeli film institutions and used her platform to declare Free Palestine, she no doubt believed she was doing something bold, even righteous, but what she did wasn't brave, it was populist and dangerous. Jesus Christ. There is nothing risky. I think we've actually looked at this before, but just look at this. Just saying that Hannah Einbinder's not brave. Einbinder. I just want to... I'm just looking for... And this is the thing. She liked the one about Hannah. That's not the Hannah one then. There is a Hannah Einbinder one she liked, but it's not the one I've just seen there, because that one was not liked. Hold on, let me just... Yeah, I think you've sent me these. Okay. Here we go. We can't let Gazans starve. As famine worsens in Gaza, don't forget the solution Gazans themselves are calling for. The end of Hamas. Liked by Ethan Klein. Who is responsible? Hamas is benefiting from the images and videos of Imagine beginning a post like that about starvation in Gaza. She doesn't post about Gaza. And also, by the way, I don't have access to my main account. I have access to my other account. Imagine posting about this in the context of, like, sorry, just beginning a post in this way and liking this. So they cry and claim... we have to get into some of the statements because they are even more insane. But... Why would you begin a thing about starvation? Israel categorically blocked aid into three months into Gaza, and this is what you start your post with. Hamas is benefiting from the images and videos of starving children. It would be like starting something about the Holocaust and then not mentioning any of its victims, or just by start saying it's important to note that we also must not engage in negative tropes against Germans. Thanks for sending the Einbinder thing, but we'll go through this first. Hamas wants to control the aid so much so that they've demanded to be responsible for distributing aid to Gaza and refused to sign the ceasefire agreement unless the GHF is dismantled. Hamas has targeted and killed Gazans going to the aid distribution sites to prevent them from reaching aid. We know that Israel... This is, like, insane. Like, this is completely... By the way, let's just look at this. According to UN figures... sorry, I need to check whether you can see it all. Good. According to UN figures, at least 944 Palestinians were killed while seeking aid in the vicinity of GHF sites. GHF and the IOF have denied targeting civilians seeking food at distribution sites, and the IOF denied allegations of systemic war crimes, insisting... Thanks for letting us know that. Here you go. This is an Israeli soldier. He described an incident at one distribution site where two young men were running in the general rush to get aid. You could just see two soldiers run after them. They drop to their knees and they just take two shots, and you could just see two heads snap backwards and drop. Like, I'm sorry, you're pro-Palestine, right? You're pro-Palestine. You don't want to feel backlash. You don't want people to stop working with you and perceive you as pro-Israel. Why are you engaging with Hen Mazig? Why are you engaging with this guy who has no problem spewing out lies about aid seekers being killed, about starving people being killed? That's just one example as well, by the way. If you bothered to read the news instead of the Times of Israel, which is seemingly the only thing that the Raider of Ramallah can read, and by the way, he sits there, Ethan sits there, and why do you think she didn't speak? Do we really think that she condemns what Rudy Giuliani says? Do we really think she condemns it? Or do you think that she thinks Palestinians are taught to hate Israelis for no reason? You know? Because I tend to have a feeling that maybe there's a bit of agreement with that. Because we watched it and, you know... you know? I see this stuff and, yeah... The UN is trying to portray the current distribution of aid mechanism as a failure so that it would have a monopoly over the aid. This is crazy, by the way. The way in which the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation supplied aid is the most insane thing that you can imagine. It does not work. How aid needs to be supplied is people who need nutrition need to be assessed by experts. It shouldn't be an anti-Islamic biker gang that was starving it, staffing it. But thankfully we have Hen Mazig to tell us that it's actually okay, that it's all acceptable, that all of these things are like good and moral. You've never heard of Dresden, Harry Dresden. Who's Harry Dresden? But like, it doesn't work as an aid system. Like, how is giving aid that requires clean water to make acceptable? It's not like the nutrient-dense stuff that babies and kids fucking need. No, it's just like fucking pasta and shit that's not good enough. Even Lonabox doesn't think this about the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Even he called it an evil mechanism, like that was unacceptable. There were mass killings at this aid site, and this is the woman who apparently we all need to, who's just targeted for being Jewish. Do you not? And this is why I want to talk to, because anti-Semitism is a real thing. Like, I mean, there was literally just a guy explaining why Jews control the world, like trying to tell me why Jews control the world and are responsible for all of the ills. I don't doubt that anti-Semitism still exists, and the rise of Nick Fuentes and others is troubling. But fuck me, people not wanting to work with Ethan Klein has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. She is undeniably someone who has supported and enabled the Gaza genocide. And yes, I've heard Ethan donated to the GHF. He also just used it for propaganda to dunk on Hassan. The guy is crazy. Far-right Israeli politicians are baiting their supporters with unworkable proposals to resettle Gaza. The international media is selling more news by being as provocative as possible. Who believes this? The aid is Hamas's weapon. The central dispute in the current negotiations is control over humanitarian aid. Hamas is demanding full authority over distribution. Israel, Qatar... What? No, they're not. No, they're not. This is categorically untrue. Hen Mazig, this was in July of 2025. This is just straight up denial of famine. If you don't think that these are some of the most extreme... Like, Ethan may be better at cloaking it. Hila, left to her own devices, is like, oh, I'm Yisrael Chai. Oh, Palestinians, they're all getting starved. Israel's doing nothing wrong. We need to, blame the Palestinians. Jesus Christ. Woof. I am shocked. And yes, one of the members of the Atlantic Council is on Oracle. Insane that she fucking liked this post. There is a like from Ethan Klein. Let it be known from all time. As she sits there and cries and apparently is targeted on the basis of her Jewishness, let it be known for all time that Ethan Klein saw a post about the GHF, and she doesn't like every post from Hen Mazig. She doesn't follow every single Israeli propagandist, as we established. She just follows a damn lot of them, and she seems to like famine denial. It kind of feels like maybe critiquing you as a Jewish supremacist is not that wrong, because we've seen it over and over again, and then we see shit like this. Like, people knew this kind of stuff, but I think that actually just, like, sort of seeing this, I don't think that you can get over the stuff that, like, she has liked. Like, this is insane. And by the way, aid is still not flowing properly in Gaza. It's amazing. Israel is still denying aid. GHF versus UN. 98 out of 109 UN trucks were looted in November of 2024 near the Kerem Shalom crossing. Hamas and other armed gangs operate in Gaza, reportedly forcing drivers out at gunpoint. If an Israeli told me the sky is blue, I would still question it. So many fibs. Indeed, because thank you, coffee lover, but let's just be frank here. This is Hen Mazig, the moderate. This is Hen Mazig, the normal, moderate, pro-Palestine, cares about everyone, and his job is just, I make lies up about the Palestinians. It's amazing. It's amazing. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, initiated in 2025, distributed 8,000 food boxes on day one, enough for 44,000 people for part of a week. However, this reached only 2% of Gaza's population. It was like the fucking Hunger Games, man. The fact that so many Palestinians are still living in tents. Exactly. He called it gore porn, yeah. Aye, aye, aye. By 12th of June, GHF reported 2.6 million meals. So wait, let's actually work this out. So in May 2025, so let's say they started on the 1st of May to the 12th of June. It'll be like, how many days is that? Like 40 something? Fuck me. 1st of June. No, 1st of May to June. 42 days. Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Let's actually check the specific day. The UN Office for the High Commissioner of Human Rights reports that, so the actual number of Palestinians seeking aid is, because I thought that number on The Guardian was low. So 994 were killed in the vicinity of aid sites. Same shit ContraPoint said, yeah, as if people shouldn't raise awareness about genocide. As long as squishy white liberals don't have to see it, then it's not a problem. Exactly. I think the only argument that I've ever heard against this is that, in some ways, by looking at these horrible things on our phone, we start to take on the trauma of those things and start to think that we're kind of experiencing them, but also at the same time, we get to switch off. But at the same time, I still don't think that doesn't mean you should share about atrocities happening in Gaza. It's just like, yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But like, Hen Mazig and his lies and the lies that Hila Klein lapped up and thinks are true and good led to the killings of thousands upon thousands of Palestinians. Like thousands of people killed. It's really hard to sit there and feel any sympathy for someone who is now today saying, I'm targeted for being Jewish. It's just unbelievable. I work in delivering food aid, and it's criminal how only empty calories have been allowed. Exactly. It's like crisps and sweets, and that's what the guy was saying yesterday, whose story I need to share. I still haven't got around to that, but it's on the donations page. But yeah, like he was just talking about, it's like, oh, my kids asked for crisps and sweets. It's so sad, you know. Like, just listen to this. Like, Hen Mazig is saying, oh yeah, I was meant to start looking when did the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation start operating? The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation started on May 26th, so that's actually a lot later. It's not May 21st, but still, on May the 26th, that's what? So over 17 days, so 2.6 divided by 17. So they... Wait, that can't be true. Oh, no, wait, no. 2.6 million, sorry. I've just typed in 2.6 divided by 17. I'm like, wow, that's a small number. Okay, yeah, there you go. 2.6 divided by 17. So that's that many meals per day divided by 2 million. Oh, God. Typing out 2 millions. That's 200. That's 2 million. Did I type 2 million out correctly? Oh, fuck knows. But either way, it is such a minimal amount of meals that's just cited here as like, wow, look what the GHF is doing to combat Hamas. It's just fucking crazy, you know, man. 950 aid trucks were waiting inside Gaza near the border to be delivered to Palestinians. Israel facilitated their entry, but the UN won't pick them up and won't allow the GHF to distribute them. Of course they won't, because the GHF is not the GHF is not like capable of doing it. The UN didn't work with them, not because it was like, oh yeah, the GHF and Hamas and all this stuff. The GHF, they didn't work with the GHF because the GHF was not a mechanism for distributing aid. Like, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable that this is the stuff that is actually liked by Hila Klein of the H3H3 podcast. We have a system that works. All we're asked is to use that system. I don't think we need to add another organisation. British Israeli hostage says Hamas held her at UN facilities. Israeli intelligence report claims 4 UNRWA staff in Gaza involved in Hamas kidnappings. 9 UNRWA staff members may have been involved in 7th of October attacks. GHF delivered over 85 million meals in 2 months. 85 divided by 85 million divided by 60, what? 85. It's just like there are millions of people in Gaza. Like, how many meals is that per person? It's like minimal. They exceed internal. Here you go. Each food box is designed to sustain a family of 5 to 6 for about 3.5 days. They exceed international caloric standards and typically include flour, rice, cooking oil, pasta, a protein like canned tuna, and dried beans. Extras like teas, coffee, cookies, and even chocolate are often added. GHF is doing its job and doing it well. So why is the UN trying to block it instead of helping it? This guy was like lying. This is unbelievable. This is genuinely unbelievable. Anti-Islamic US biker gang members run security at deadly aid sites. This is who this man was advocating for, and Ethan Klein liked it. I mean, off. Jesus, and like this guy advocated for it. And by the way, you could only get the food if you could go to an aid site. Hamas has looted UN and international aid supplies, redistributing them via the black markets. Some estimates suggest Hamas diverted 60% of incoming aid, generating substantial profit while depriving civilians. Yet, who is this? Who is these estimates from? Who are these from Henmazig's arsehole? Did he pull them out of there? From the bat mitzvah? Where have these come from? Yet these efforts have been met with violence at distribution sites, intentional obstruction by Hamas, and severe operational bottlenecks. Hamas have reportedly placed bounties on GHF staff and contractors. Yeah, okay. And aid is entering Gaza, but civilians are often unable to access it safely. Despite partial clearance and facilitation by Israel, authorities in GHF, the aid pipeline remains tightly constrained. Many trucks are stalled or looted before unloading distribution centers operated under military protocols. Israel could spend all of this time killing Palestinians, but what could they do? There is a lie being spread that Hamas is selling stolen aid for high prices, because we all know Gaza is loaded with cash. I mean, people did sell aid for high prices, and what they preyed on was generosity of international people giving money to GoFundMes, because of course people needed this kind of aid. And also what the other thing they relied on was sorry, I just need to respond to something. What it's just crazy. World Food Programme and UN deny this. Of course, this cover for Israel-backed groups that actually... Yes. And also, thank you, Coffee Lover. Sorry, I kind of got a bit lost there because I got a text and I got loads of them and I was like, whoa, who's texting me that much? They don't have liquid cash, though. People can get it out, but you get like a huge fee on the cash. And so people were buying highly priced aid, but it wasn't being done like by Hamas necessarily. Like, what would Hamas do? Pay salaries with the aid that then what? People could go and buy more aid? It just doesn't make sense. And also, by the way, the way in which Palestinians would the way in which you could combat this, if apparently Hamas's problem was that Hamas was capturing aid, the only way to combat Hamas using aid as a weapon of war is to flood Gaza with aid. But yeah, I think we've seen enough of this. Oh, of course, now he blames Egypt for this. Israel is providing the aid, but it doesn't reach civilians. Hamas won't agree to a ceasefire that would end the suffering. Now is the time to demand a ceasefire. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sure he was one of the people chastising people for demanding a ceasefire early on. Do you want to send the one you just mentioned in chat? The You mentioned one in chat that I kind of wanted to see. On August 3rd, Hila liked a hen Mazik. I guess I can find that quite easily. I'm not reading all of the next hen Mazik post. You can't hear my PC, by the way. Can you? I don't think, at least. It's making some noise, but it's relatively very quiet. I also fixed one of its major issues today, so that's why I was a little bit delayed. It's just, like, amazing. This guy is just, like, insane. And this is, like, a source that I'm sure Ethan Klein would say is a good voice on Palestine. You said 3rd of August. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Right, let's, I've got the next one up as well. I sent to your account. Thank you. I just found it. This isn't whataboutism, it's the point. If your entire identity is built over outrage over one war, while you ignore a century of ethnic cleansing across the Middle East, the Uyghur genocide in China. By the way, once again, if you think that there is a genocide in against the Uyghurs, why would you not say that against the Palestinians? And if you're genuinely outraged by that, why are you like a pro-Israel advocate who continually lies about Israeli government policy that we all know about? Or apartheid policies in Iran. What do you mean apartheid policies in Iran? You're anti-genocide, but you say nothing as Syrian jihadists massacre the Druze. 940 civilians have been murdered in a matter of days, and the Druze report bodies piling up. By the way, the person who, yeah, I need a new PC already, guys. You got to donate so I can buy another new PC, so I can put them together and do incredible things. But yeah, like, just look at this. It's like, hey, by the way, the West cleaned up the image of al-Shara. It has been reported that Jolani al-Shara was sorry, I've accidentally just maximized the screen and the volume's on. It has been reported, by the way, on the topic of al-Shara, that the commands to execute certain people came directly from him. From people very close to him. You're anti-starvation, but you're silent as the Houthis starve Yemen. According to the WHO, 75% of Yemeni children are acutely malnourished, which equates to roughly 2.4 million children. Designating the Houthis as terrorists, by the way, because of the amount of areas that they control, is actually way more significant in terms of contributing to starvation in Yemen than the Houthis. The Houthis have used it as like a method of warfare, but at the same time, they're not starving 2.4 million people in Yemen. Your profile pic. Yeah, I like politics profile pic. You're anti-apartheid, but you ignore what China is doing to the Uyghurs. Over 1 million Uyghurs have been imprisoned since 2017. Millions more are subjected to forced labor, religious suppression, and state-enforced sterilizations, all under an apartheid system designed to erase their identity. There is an apartheid system trying to erase Palestinian identity, and you are a main part of that. You're anti-ethnic cleansing, but you're fine with Kurds and Armenians being forced out of Turkey, Iraq. What does he mean, by the way, about Kurds being forced out of Iraq? Like, certain parts, maybe you could make that argument for, but Kurds have a state in Iraq, or an autonomous region, rather. The KRG. Quite an interesting comment there. Like, in all of these countries, they're oppressed, but if you feel negatively about them, then you would feel the same about Palestinians. You hate pinkwashing, but you share posts on LGBTQ plus issues from Al Jazeera. What? Which is funded by Qatar, an openly homophobic state actively oppressing queer people. LGBTQ plus relationships are heavily criminalized in Qatar, and those with queer identities are subjected to horrific physical violence and sexual abuse and wrongful arrest. Like, I mean, what is this comment? Like, I don't think many people are getting their knowledge about LGBTQ plus individuals from Al Jazeera. Interesting one. You're anti-persecution, but you're silent as the Iranian regime hangs teenagers from cranes. The Islamic Republic in Iran uses public hangings to suppress women, dissidents. Yes, much in the same way that Israelis use extremist violence against non-violent Palestinian protesters to try and silence all kinds of dissent and protest. Countless teenagers are executed in secret, but young adults like 16-year-old Atafe Rajabi and 23-year-old Majid Reza Ranavard were hanged on construction cranes in a terrifying public display. What about killing 70,000 Palestinians because they rose up against you, you know? You're anti-war, but you don't have anything to say about the war in Sudan. Sudan is facing the world's largest humanitarian catastrophe. Over 8.4 million people, including 3 million children, have been displaced, and 18 million people are experiencing catastrophic food insecurity. Some 15,000 Masalit have faced ethnic-based killings, torture, sexual violence, and countless other atrocities. Wow. Hen Mazig, this guy is an Israeli thinker. This guy is a thinker. He's a thinker. Someone you should be thinking about. Yes, of course. There's no talent amongst Hasbarists because this is never going to attract, like, actually intelligent people. Is it? Like, it's never going to attract intelligent people to do this. It's always going to be an idiot like Hem Mazig who's going to be doing this kind of crap. And then someone like Hila Klein is going to lap it up. Because, even Hila Klein and Ethan Klein left Israel. Like, there's a reason they left Israel, you know? It's not a place as, like, someone who's, like, doing, unless you're in the tech sector, developing new ways to kill and surveil Palestinians. Let's have a read. This is his opinion. I am pro-Palestinian. Did Hila Klein write this? I am pro-Palestinian. I support the Palestinian rights movement, their right to live in peace with security and with dignity. Oh, wait, I just want to check something, actually. With Yusuf Al-Otaiba. This guy has Yusuf Al-Otaiba is like famous because he's loved amongst like policy circles in Washington. They fucking love this guy. They think this guy is like the bro because I think he like was cheating or something or something. I don't know. Otaiba sex scandal. But they think he's one of the bros. There's a lady called yeah, this is it. He's been dubbed a filth bag. He is also someone who likes partying and all this kind of stuff, you know. This is like common fact about him. And that's why he's loved by like frat boy types in politics. But he's also like a key node in the node of American imperialism. I hate when Zionists use the Sudan movement because if you know it's bad to starve and kill people, why are you complicit? Of course, but this is fucking Hen Mazig with the guy doing this. This is Hen Mazig with the guy doing this. You've got to realize, bro, you at a certain point, you know, Hen Mazig is like, why don't you care about Sudan? These people care about nothing apart from Jewish supremacy. What post is this? Yeah, I'm about to quickly go over that. Also, thank you, Silent Side. Thank you to everyone who's donated today. Oh no, not a filth bag. Yeah, you don't want to be declared the damn filth bag. But yeah, like, there's a photo of him. I was honoured to meet with the UAE ambassador to the US, Yusuf Al-Otaiba, who played an instrumental role in the formation and execution of the Abraham Accords. Yeah, you know what? Hen Mazig, if you care about Iran, why are you not caring about UAE? If you care about them, why? It's so insane. Like, the UAE has capital punishment, you know, right? Like, they have capital punishment. They arrest dissidents in the same way that Iran do. Like, stoning became illegal in 2020. I didn't know that. You know, Saudi Arabia crucifies people as well. Like, Saudi Arabia crucifies people. It is amazing. It is amazing to listen to this. To listen to this guy who's like, if you care about Iran, because it's like, and I will always stand by this point. My government tells me Iran is bad. My entire system, my entire life tells me that Iran is bad. What I would rather address, therefore, is a situation in which Iran is portrayed as like the most evil puppet master in the entire world, whilst all of this stuff around us is actually like ignored. And this is a perfect example. It is because of leaders like Yusuf al-Otaiba that the prospect of peace is not lost on us, and there is still hope to be had. His efforts to secure a safer life for all those in the Middle East must never go... What about the Sudanese hen? What about the Sudanese hen? I thought you cared about the Sudanese. Unlike all of us... I'm not reading this post. I support, but this is actually the crap that they're in. I don't support the slaughter and violation of Israelis holding innocents hostage, but you do justify that when it happens to Palestinians. Completely. You can support, oh wait, no. You can support Israel and care about the hostages, stand against anti-Semitism, be Jewish, and still care about Palestinians, civilians, fight racism, and yourself. What? What does this mean? And yourself. What? Oh, be Jewish and yourself. You can love Israel and hate... This is actually like... Hila Kleiners. Hila Kleiners, rise up! Hate the actions of its government. Hate the actions of some Israelis. Hate the views of other Israel supporters. Love Palestinians. Why are you justifying them starving then, you little bro? Yeah, he's deep with the UAE. He just... Read this. These are the words of a man that, like, this is why, like, just infinitely, anyone who is pro-Israel in any way is just a hollowed out shill. Because this crap, this guy is not just like some, oh, you know, what's happening in Sudan? And people will be like, oh no, you're just saying that because you hate the UAE. Bro, I've been talking about the UAE and Sudan for a very long time. But what I will say is Hussam Mahjoub, someone who himself is Sudanese, has been talking about this for a very long time. It's an open secret the UAE is fueling Sudan's war, and there'll be no peace until we call it out. Friday, 24th of May, 2024. It's not some new phenomenon to call this out. This is real. This is real. You can love Israel with critical thinking, brave honesty, and nuance. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Before you post about Israel-Palestine, take a deep breath and ask yourself, will this move us closer to peace? Will it inspire the same hostility and fear that extremists have used to keep this war going? Oh, this is someone who, like, Hila Klein is a brilliant voice on Palestine. And, like, at a certain point, I think you have to confront the fact that consistently interacting with this guy is just indicative of the fact that you are pro-Israel. Like, he's not some pro-Israel, like, this is like me posting, this is like me just saying, like, I've got a great think piece for you here, guys. I don't know if I can show it, actually. It's a very important document. You're gonna really like this. I still don't know how to view an image. I still really am having trouble with viewing images. But anyway, here's a photo of this is what I will be posting from now on. How it feels to be English. I'm just gonna, every time anyone disagrees with me, I'm just gonna post this and be like, how it feels to be English in 2025. An image made in paint, because that is the same seriousness of this ideology. Actions speak louder than words, and louder than cheap internet quotes. And it's a fact that most Israelis do not view Palestinians. How can you say that starving Palestinians... Oh, sorry, yeah, you can't see it. How it feels to be English. This was a meme, you know. This was a meme. I'm sorry you can't see it. I'm sorry you can't see it. You can see it now. But yeah, Coffee Lover, thanks for the donation again. But you're right. You're right. You're completely correct. Who cares about a couple of words and like saying you want peace for the Palestinians when everything else you do is advocate for the worsening of their material conditions? It's amazing that people like this actually exist and think what they're doing is like right. You know? My God. This is what I'm going to start posting. If Ethan Klein or his fans ever comment anything about me, yes, it was modeled after it. But it wasn't modeled after anything. This was modeled after the oppression that I experienced in my life as a poor Englishman. I can't post the image in the chat. Chat, can you? Yeah, it's a crosshair. It's a crosshair for me being English. What do you mean, is it a crosshair? Why'd you even ask that question? I'm English, goddammit. Will I in the future only be able to work with English people? Also, by the way, here's me liking British Empire Apologia accounts. Oh, people are upset about me liking British Empire Apologia and believing in British Empire Apologia? Well, yeah. Listen to this. Why the fuck does Gila have to deal with this shit for being born somewhere? Give me a fucking break. This is just overt racism. Just because you are born in Israel does not mean that you have to like posts like this. I keep thinking about Hirsch dragged into a tunnel, held for months, tortured and then executed. Gila has never posted about anything like this about Palestine. She never speaks up about this. That's got to be a knife crosshair too. You guys have no guns. Exactly. Someone is going to throw it at me. Yes. I keep thinking about Eviatar, David, starved, emaciated, and forced by Hamas to dig his own grave on camera. I keep thinking about Eli Sharabi, whose daughters and wife were murdered, whose brother was executed and then dragged into Gaza. I keep thinking about Amit Susana, she was sexually abused by Hamas in captivity. Didn't she report that she reported it to Hamas senior? Like a senior official. I keep thinking about the Bibas babies and their mother slaughtered by Hamas men with their bare hands. Like, what? Also, by the way, does a coroner's report really come out with slaughtered by bare hands? And still, somehow, it's not Hamas the world calls evil. It's us. What does it take? Also, by the way, sitting there and saying this, that the world calls evil, my fucking God. Literally every government is against Hamas. They call Hamas evil constantly. Fuck me. Believing that this is like, that you are somehow not offered support by the world. It is, what you are upset about is that generally human beings around the world increasingly don't buy this shit anymore. That there is an equivalency in victimhood between Israelis and Palestinians. That it is just somehow a result of like, just some never-ending conflict. And wasn't the Israeli... I don't understand. Israel claims that the Bibas family were not killed by bombs. But it just doesn't make sense. The highest value hostages, and they were held not even by Hamas, by the way. They were held by the Mujahideen brigades. Maybe the world didn't lose its moral compass. Maybe it never had one. This is the same world that watched the Holocaust unfold and stayed silent. The only difference now is that Jews have a country. We are no longer at their mercy. None of them were in uniforms. Many of them were in uniforms. There were people in uniforms, but maybe not all of the people here, but there are many people there. Chris, careful, Ethan. Oh, yeah, well, he can't sue me because everyone targets me because I just love the British Empire. But that is enough of those posts. Now let's get into the crash out, because the crash out is really, really, like, unbelievable. So obviously you've just seen all of these Ethan Klein insanity posting. I mean, it's not really that surprising. Hassan, this has just been posted on the fucking... I don't know why it recommends me the H3 Reddit. Reddit really wants me to go on the H3 Reddit. They've just been posting Destiny news. If Hassan is going to reach this hard to say that I kickstarted Fuentes, I'm going to say it however I want to, Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10 times over. Also, Hassan fucked a 15-year-old when he was visiting that brothel in Berlin. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it much now. Look at this. This is between those two. Very serious allegation that needs a lot more information. It's likely Destiny attacking him because Hassan is a Muslim and just wants universal healthcare. This is usually why people attack Hassan, since there's no legit criticisms. My fucking God. And then Destiny is claiming it's common knowledge behind the scenes. This is like the level of... They accuse people of being like mentally ill and making things up about Ethan. This is your community, man. You know that's not true. You know that Hassan did not fuck a 15-year-old in a brothel, and that Destiny has just made that up to try and demonize Hassan. And it's just that's what you post. Like, honestly, I was going to just get the fucking things, but fuck me, like... This is just insane. Also, I think I missed a super chat. Sorry. Oh, no, I didn't miss a super chat. What kind of Muslim is Hassan? Hassan's like he was raised Muslim. But let's check their stories. I think we've lost a bit of their stories. But Hila posted this. Do I need to work with Jewish people or move back to Israel? Legitimate question, because apparently I am the devil walking this earth, and anyone that works with me has to immediately apologize and never answer me again. Bro, stop liking all of this stuff. And yes, Destiny has advocated for child pornography, I believe. He has posted like many things, and there is allegations that there is revenge porn of someone very young. And he is doing this. He is doing this for one reason, which is to try and discredit Hassan. And H3's community lap it up. And whereas, like, this is the reality. Like, look at how they have to demonize Hassan Piker versus how people actually talk about Hila and the world in which they live. The hallucinating anti-Semitism thing. The funny thing is Ethan's like, well, no, that means that anti-Semitism isn't real and that no one leaves or says or does anti-Semitic things. That is not what anyone is saying. What people are saying is that making a comment like this, when people can go out and find the things that you have said and done that are undeniably pro-Israel, that slant towards justifying the extermination of famine of the Palestinian people is crazy, you know. It is crazy. I didn't see, and I'm not watching Destiny debate about religion. I don't care about debates like that. It's not for me, to be honest. Let's see what he's been posting. Matt Lieb laughs at Israeli hostage with bad empanada. That's 3 out of the 4 participants of this photo shoot. They are threatened every time Ethan's in meltdown mode, by the way. He just can't spell. They are threatened to ruin her life, of course. And to those shredding my character as if who I am and everything I've accomplished has boiled down to this moment, and suddenly I lack morals and integrity. We're in a whole-ass recession. When I get booked, I take it. Unless I know the tea, because I need to survive. But be for real. But for real, I don't keep tabs on every single person I come into contact with. That sounds exhausting. Also, it's so funny, by the way. These people, along with Destiny, have been on a campaign to deplatform Hassan Piker, but it just doesn't sell with the vast majority of decent human beings. Like, it doesn't sell with fucking Zoran Mamdani. And Ethan and Hila can't even keep a model because the tide is so against Israel. The tide is so against this. They are so against any of these crappy platitudes and saying, oh, I just care about both sides. People aren't for it anymore because they know what it is. They see it for what it is. And then there's a shirtless man there. Send nice messages to Hila. She is taking this all very hard. 2 years of work to be met with this. She wants to quit, and I don't blame her. I would too if I was sane. And here's someone just throwing coins at Michael Rappaport, and like, yes, that's anti-Semitic, and they're doing it, and they're shouting anti-Semitic slurs, and Ethan will highlight the comments. Yes, that's bad, and that's an interpersonal example of heinous racism, but like, Ethan, man, like, this is all over the internet, like, this kind of stuff about black people, about Palestinians, about all of this stuff. Like, I think that we shouldn't base our understandings of racism on the basis of internet, you know? I think that we should probably, like, say, yes, this is anti-Semitic, this is unacceptable, and social media platforms need to do more to put... wait, who did I say it was? Dave Portnoy. Oh, Rappaport. Sorry, it's Dave Portnoy. Sorry, my apologies. It's not Rappaport. Sorry, my mistake. Portnoy, yeah, it's Portnoy. Sorry, not Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport looks like Billy Bear Ham, so I can't believe I got that wrong. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for all the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Can you believe that, like, a few days ago, Ethan was just... harassing and like he just spends all his time harassing Taylor Lorenz and just behaving mental on the internet and just like targeting anyone he can get his hands on and then crying when there's consequences for his life. Hello friends, thank you so much for all the kind words, support and encouragement. We'll be moving Monday's show tomorrow to Tuesday to give us some more time to process. Same time. I'd also like to say, while I appreciate everyone's kind and thoughtful support, please refrain from DMing or reaching out to anyone involved. Thank you guys. Your support and encouragement is the only reason we've been able to continue on. What did he say?
Apparently Nick Fuentes sent it out in a WhatsApp group.
Jewish podcaster Ethan Klein says he will perform a mock execution of Jesus on Christmas dedicated to Nick Fuentes, proving yay right, Star of David.
You know what's interesting? This means that Ye likely saw that clip. Since they're homies, they travel everywhere together. Kanye saw my shit.
Yeah, you got your favorite content creator notice. You got
What's
a CC
up?
notice.
What's up?
Properly aged, like wine.
Dog,
Women
About vetoing Nick Fuentes jokes on Leftovers, blames Destiny for kickstarting his stream.
Like
permanently lonely. Like, what do you fucking mean?
He's unfucked.
It also, like, I don't necessarily think that this is indicative of him lying. There might have been times where he like, vetoed other points.
You are such an unfuckable little gremlin. Like
he has the
He has got the Hen Mazik trim here.
option, bro. You know what I mean? You take what you can get.
He also has
trust
the
me.
creepiest little fucking salad fingers, dude. It always freaks me out.
He calls Nick Fuentes baby Hitler. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that's funny. Why do you have baby Hitler on?
Why is just constant insanity? Also, Tony Soprano lover, can you send me the deleted stories now? Like the ones that weren't up yesterday. I think you have screenshots of them. Wait. Okay, wait, I've got one here. Guys, can someone tell me who understands streaming? How am I meant to, like, look at an image that's like a fucking screenshot I've taken? Because you're just going to have to look at my untitled document right now. I've got it. Why the fuck does Gila have to deal with this shit? Oh, no, wait, no, we saw that one. That wasn't the one I was looking for. Let me just see if I can find it. I've just sent the same one 3 times. Oh, no, wait, no, I've got them all. I haven't missed any part of the crash out. But yeah, it's just like, hello, consequences to your actions and the things you've done. It's just crazy. It's just, like, incredible that, like, Ethan feels like a minimal consequence to what he's done. And it's just, yeah. Did you see the original story from the makeup artist? No, I'm not sure I did, actually. Did you have that in your video? Wait, is it the one here? Is this the original one? Yeah. This is the original one. It is crazy that, like, these people just... I don't know. These people are unwilling to confront anything they've done. Ethan and Gila just refuse to ever reckon with anything. With anything that they will ever do, anything that they will ever say, with anything that they will ever talk about, because it is so much easier to just be like, yeah, it's anti-Semitic hatred. It's anti-Semitic hatred of us. Gila's being targeted for where she was born and nothing else. It's nothing else. It's nothing else. And oh my God, it's nothing else. And sorry, someone's posted this, which I just want to have a watch of, because this is from the other day. I know we've seen this, but let's just rewatch this clip just to sort of close this up.
Palestinian people.
They should be free. They should get their own state. They should be free.
To the Palestinian people.
They should be free. They should get their own state. They should be free. Absolutely. Right?
Yeah. And
I mean, there's no question about it.
I wish for them that they wouldn't have to live under Hamas because they don't care for them.
It's just, once again, if your instantaneous response in a context where Palestinians have been subject to racist discrimination and oppression long before Hamas, and your response is just, they shouldn't have to live under Hamas, it's crazy to me. Like, it's just crazy. Unbelievable. Wait, there's the email that as well.
I wish that they can be free people.
What's your, I mean, genuinely, you know, we're having this conversation and everything. What's your outlook on everything that's happening? How do you see things going? Again, I don't know shit, but you know, you've been covering it more than me. I'd like to hear kind of.
It's a fucking insane quagmire. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
The best outcome I see is like Hamas leaving.
Once again, like I just feel like going straight to Hamas is crazy.
Right. And then a joint effort from Arab countries, America, Europe, who are willing to invest a shitload of money in rebuilding the infrastructure, bringing it back into a place that
can prosper.
That's respectful. Yeah, can prosper and respectable.
We spoke about this the other day. That, like, can be respectful. Gaza was respectful before, man. You're just saying that it's not because it feels good to you. Also, why is he now mad about Cruel World Happy Mind Happy Mind again? Like, what's the reasoning for that? Also, by the way, I think those models should have also been made aware. Ethan is obsessed with bullying women. Like, I'm sorry, there's a reason that me and all these other people don't get mentioned, because it's just not like
conversation. The lack of nuance is creating.
What's he?
Rebuild it in a beautiful place, not a hotel for Trump, obviously. Like this could be, by the UN, by.
Yeah. I mean, actually, we saw this clip, and I've already given a strong reaction to it. So there's actually some more crazy stuff about this crash out. So someone emailed the model, "Hi, I am writing to you regarding the deeply unfortunate and unprofessional message you recently posted about your involvement in Gila Klein's makeup campaign. Who do you think you are, bro? Like, who do you think you are sending an email like this to some model? You have posted something deeply unprofessional to your Instagram. Aye. She didn't delete her video. It's her prerogative not to delete it. She's got it up there, experiencing all of the hatred and all of these things. Experiencing all of those things from your insane fans who you've just had to tell to stop messaging the models because they were definitely harassing them with shit like this. The public display of poor judgment, specifically the claim that you would give it. It's so crazy that you're taking this seriously, and it just says that you would have given it a hard pass, and the sickening makeups comment was not only disappointing, but genuinely embarrassing to observe, and it warrants a direct statement regarding the profound professional and ethical failures of that choice. The most concerning aspect of your post is the apparent lack of critical thought. You allowed yourself to be bombarded by snarkers and bad faith actors who fed you baseless lies and anti-Semitic slop. You chose to blindly follow the crowd like this was. By the way, I reckon this was written by an Israeli. I really do think that this is quite possibly written by. Wait, I know that this is the. What do you mean? Wait. What did Content Crasher ask? By the way, this is the email to the makeup artist, not the model. Oh, the makeup artist. Oh, okay. I see. Sorry, my apology. Sorry, you chose to blindly follow the crowd like sheep, proving you are willing to regurgitate harmful rhetoric without doing 5 minutes of deep research. Your message went beyond a simple ethical stance. It was defamation, rooted in ignorance and hate. You accused a Jewish/Israeli woman for whose brand you worked of being unconditionally pro-Israel and supportive of the IOF, and you targeted her solely because of where she was born. This action is not only offensive, but carries deeply anti-Semitic undertones. Linking a person's identity and commerce to political actions they may actively oppose, which is an attempt to punish them based on their origin. The misinformation you chose to spread is directly contradicted by the public record. If you had bothered to research the brand owner, Gila Klein, or her husband, Ethan Klein, you would know Gila is a native-born Israeli who served in the IOF, but has been profoundly critical of the Israeli government and its military actions for years. The family's stance, Ethan Klein, who is Jewish, and Gila have publicly and repeatedly voiced support for the Palestinian people and advocated for peace. Their entire platform, the H3 podcast, has a long history of controversial and critical discussions regarding the Israeli government and the IOF, often facing intense backlash from pro-Israel commentators because of their views. What do you think is what do you think is like normal about saying that you were proud of your wife's service in the Israeli military all of these months into a genocide? What do you think is normal about saying that you were going to film Israel to show your followers that it wasn't a racist Jim Crow apartheid state because, you couldn't allow that to be happening. You couldn't allow people to actually think freely about the state of Israel. You needed to change their mind by showing them that it's actually amazing and not like Hassan and the fucking liars, as you called it. The notion that they are pro-Israel is, in the simplified warmongering sense you were fed, is a malicious lie. They are a Jewish/Israeli family who use their platform to criticize the very government and military you were told they support. When do they use their platform to criticize it? Occasionally you give platitudes that's like, oh, Israel did something bad. Sorry, I'm accidentally trying to start. What did you say? No human rights like this. So easy to spot AI. No, this is very spiritually Israeli, as I said, this email. Just like, but actually, then again, some of it is very strange. But there are also mistakes, which, does AI make mistakes? Does AI make mistakes in like a short thing like this? Yeah, her calling female IOF soldiers pilot heroes. The notion that they are pro-Israel, I'm sorry, where were we? Who used their and military, you were told. You participated in a campaign of hate based on a provable lie. Your professional platform and accountability. A professional role like yours requires... Oh my god, this is AI, isn't it? This is like, why is it subheaded? Why are you sending an email to people that is subheaded? I have never sent an email that is subheaded like this. A professional role like yours requires judgment, integrity, and basic fact-checking. When you demonstrate such a profound lack of critical thinking... I ain't reading that. Have a good day. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh fuck, I should have... Sorry, I didn't check. I kind of looked through it and I was like, right, I know the story. So that's the makeup artist story. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. So the first model who spoke out said... This is the first model story. Me and my ancestors right now. I am protected, and whatever harm and death you wish upon me will always be rejected and rebuked. Nice. I think we've seen... Yeah. We've seen her original post. But, I mean, just the craziest story. Just the craziest story. Like, she's still just actively following all these fucking Hasbara pages and then just getting upset. That is a diva. That is a diva. Wow. Wow. She is spitting fire. She's spitting facts and logic that the H3 liberals don't want to hear. Ethan Klein and Ethan Klein were destroyed with logic, facts, and reasons. All three of them. Crazy. Unbelievable. Also, yeah, I mean, just unbelievable. Unbe-fucking-lievable. She is spitting. That is a queen. That is a slay moment. That is what... I've been looking at my demographics, and the girlies are not watching this enough. I need to get the girlies more involved on my social media platforms. It is too male-dominated. So, maybe one day I'm going to have to, like, start letting my girlfriend put makeup on me. I don't know. Is that a good idea? I'll just wear makeup every stream to just hopefully bring in the girlies. And I'll cover girl-related issues. By the way, guys, girlies, I love Sex in the City. So, you know, I said it wasn't my favorite television show ever that I've ever seen, but I really enjoyed it. I like Miranda. I like Steve. I don't like Charlotte that much. I like Harry, though. That proof that I'm not anti-Semitic. It's proof that I'm not anti-Semitic. I like Harry from... I like Harry from Sex and the City. So the girly community is going to like that. The girlies are going to like that. That I like Sex and the City. Yep. I've also seen Derry Girls. We'll do a girly stream. Yeah. You hate that shit. No. Sex and the City is actually banging, and that's not I really enjoyed Sex and the City, I've got to admit. And yeah, if you're wondering, I am Mr. Big. Who goes by they, them? Oh, my apologies. Slay them? Slay... I don't know really if there's like a... Diva? Fierce diva, let's go for. Fire. Yes. Say you love Fleabag. I've never seen Fleabag. I do kind of want to watch it, but I don't know. Sam Cedar is my favorite Sex and the City character. Girlies reporting for duty. Except I don't care about the Sex and the City, but Derry Girls was amazing, lol. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't think I've seen the final season of Derry Girls. I've watched up to that. I did enjoy it when but I don't really remember it. I must have watched it about 4, 5, maybe 6 years ago now. When did it finish? Because I watched it before it finished, so it must have been like when there were 3 seasons. I remember the one where they go to like a music event and they're like in a van. That's like something that I remember. And I remember that's actually one of the ones that I have the most distinctive memory of right now. Themperor, yeah. Slay Themperor. Diva is gender neutral. Do you know what else is gender neutral? Charlie. No, you can't be saying that. You know you're not supposed to do that. Oh, no. No. I just committed one of the cardinal sins. He is never going to America now. I am never getting my green card. Whoops-a-daisy. Shouldn't have said that about Charlie. No, you can't say that about Charlie. No, you can't say Charlie. No. You can't say that about Charlie. Kirk, no. Yeah, I think Fleabag I probably would enjoy it. It looks amazing. Also, by the way, for any of you who are kind of here for my content like this, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming with Madison if all goes well, and we're going to be talking about like Ethan related stuff, like her on Palestine, like she can ask me some questions and stuff. We've been talking quite a bit, but yeah. And yeah, I'm sorry for saying that the Charlie... No, I can't even say it once more. I love watching people get Charlie Kirkified as well. Have you seen that? Like the thing of... Like, you have seen it because we were looking at That Opinionated Girl's Instagram the other day and it was just like Charlie Kirk edited onto things. Like, honestly, do you remember when Ethan was fucking crying about Charlie Kirk? Jesus. Also, by the way... The UK, I think too many of you in here are Americans. Actually, wait. I'll just keep reading chat for a second. But I've got something funny to pull up. The throat goat. No. I'm trying to get a video of Talking Tom saying no.
No.
This is what happens when I mention Charlie Kirk. This is what the government says to me.
No.
What's the one where the dog picks up the phone and then goes, no. What is that? Haha, no. No, this isn't what I was looking for. Well, what is that? You know what I'm talking about. No. And it like shakes its head. Talking dog? Yes. Talking Ben. Talking Ben, that's it. I don't want Talking Tom.
No.
This is what happens if you mention Charlie Kirk at all.
No.
I was looking for that one. Talking Ben. This is upsetting me. What's upsetting you? DXR for the girlies. I'm the only girly, by the way. Does DXR even have any female members? Like, is the DXR even, does it even have, I've seen St. Trinians, of course I have. But yes, that's Talking Ben. I didn't want that. Great to know. Thank you very much, Tony Soprano. Love that. Yeah, but Talking Ben I prefer over Talking Tom. Fuck Talking Tom. Sorry, Talking Tom. Sorry I said that, but...
Do you disavow content crash?
Right. I've got some other stuff I was hoping to cover. We've ended up... I should have just come on here earlier. The TikTok stream was shit today. I didn't enjoy that. I was just talking to a fucking Nazi, and it's just like, ugh, I don't fancy talking to a Nazi today. Also, my chest fucking hurts from the gym. I hate this sensation. Sometimes it feels like... I remember I used to get a fucking, like... Feel like you were like... You'd have chest pains and you'd be like, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack. And then you'd realise, oh no, I just trained gym. Thanks for the donation, by the way. No. It was Talking Ben. No. Do you disavow Talking Tom? No. I'm at least 50% woman. I really don't think that there are actually any... when will Chris realise the TikTok live streams? The problem is though, that like hundreds of people watch me on there, and I hope to kind of bring them over to this, and I think it'll work, and I think maybe I should just dual stream them like early on. Have any of you seen this clip of fucking Lindsey Graham though?
Jerusalem as capital of Israel. He recognized Jerusalem as capital of Israel. Why? Because if you got a problem with that, take it up with God. He's the guy that did it, not Trump. So I just want to say, I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes.
Crazy words. You can see how what like they're trying to do. They're trying to create others who are like killing Christians because they know that Christian nationalism is a big part of a lot of the anti-Israel movement. So they're hoping to win people over by like, that's why they were hyping up going to Nigeria. But just this like militarism and the threat of invading Venezuela it's troubling.
Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II. So, as a coalition of Republicans,
it's just like being amazed about not running out of bombs. Also, wouldn't there have just been huge amounts more production during, I guess the scale would have increased, but you're just during wartime. So, like, and also you knew that the World War was going on for multiple years. So there's obviously going to be more preparation. And it's also just because you sold very specific bombs to Israel. And you probably did run out of those during the Second World War.
Some Baptist, some Jewish, we organize ourselves around principles that we love and we cherish. We love individual freedom. We love entrepreneurship. We love capitalism. We love Israel.
Why would, and also, I will keep repeating this, why would any Christian why would any Christian love capitalism? It's destroyed the Sabbath. Churches are increasingly closing in British society because they can't afford to keep them open because no one's going and funding them anymore.
We love the idea of Israel. We love the struggle they've been involved in. We love them, helping them because you're helping yourself. So to those who worry about these stupid interviews and far off places, don't worry.
Where did Tucker Carlson do his interview? Like, oh, he went to Iran to review, did he go to Iran?
The Republican Party has figured it out when it comes to Israel. We understand that Israel is a friend of America to the bitter end.
I just don't understand why you would dedicate your life to just defending Israel. There is a paycheck in it, but just like, is that really enough? Like the fucking paycheck that you're getting to just sell your soul? Like it's, as I said, I pulled up the article earlier. I won't go through the whole thing because I'm not sure everyone loves like reading through like especially really long articles. I guess shorter stuff is better. But like when you just hear that Israel is spending all of this money and you see people doing a $7,000 meme, and then he's just there like, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal price for a post. He's like, that's normal price for a post. Lonerbox is the Dennis Nilsson of the 21st century, except he's not gay and he's not a mass murderer. He just supports mass murders. He's just Scottish and supports mass murder, so...
We understand that God blesses those who bless Israel. And where I come from, I figured that crap out when I was 6 years old.
I wouldn't say rent boys. I think rent boys is a bit of a slur. So I'm going to remove that message. But yeah, please don't. I know. I doubt you meant it in like that way. But rent boy is like a those rent. Yeah.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, crazy that he just feels comfortable saying this. But I guess she said, Kamala Harris still said, oh, we're going to have the most lethal military. So I know it's grotesque coming out of Lindsey Graham's mouth, but hearing that as well, oh, what are you saying about, why are you saying this joke about, Lonerbox? What are you saying about Lonerbox? Like, why? What is this joke about him being interested in male prostitutes? What's the joke here? Is this something that he's actually been involved in? Because I thought he was straight. I thought he had a girlfriend, at a point at least. But yeah, I took down some notes from this fucking Haaretz article. Apparently, according to Pew Research... Wait, this is crazy. Look at this. Pew surveys conducted between 2022 and 2025 show a rapid decline in support for Israel amid the war in Gaza. Even among conservatives, some 42% of Americans held negative views of Israel. 3 years later, that jumped to 53%. For 53% of people to hold a negative view of Israel is insane. Oh, he's bi. You know how homophobic I am, guys. Yeah. I still think rent boy is a bit of an inappropriate term. I don't really know, though. I just know that it's like people call Chelsea fans rent boys, so... I don't think it's inappropriate because of that, by the way. I think it just is an inappropriate term. Is it offensive? I don't know. Someone converted 7K to biblical times and it's equivalent to shit. What? Stop doing bio erasure or I will unsub. Oh, sorry. Listen to this, though. Half of young Republicans under the age of 50, that's also quite broad for young, now hold it also shows you how much of the base is just old. Under the age of 50 now hold a negative view of Israel, up 15%. By the way, it does also show you how much of an echo chamber it is online. Yeah, is Rent Boy inappropriate? I don't know. I won't be saying it. Chris, flop. No, I'm not going to be doing flopping. It's reserved for when the police get me for being mean to Gila Klein on the internet. Quite plausible that will be the fate that befalls me, that I get arrested for being mean to Gila Klein on the internet. But it remains to be seen whether that's illegal still. Ay. I don't think so, but 7,000 is not, by the way, 7,000 is not like 7,000 is not like a standard fee. It's not actually true. But also listen to this funny bit by this. To make matters worse, following the killing of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, conspiracy theories spread through far-right media and among online disinformation networks, alleging Israel had assassinated him over criticism of the Gaza war. I mean, I think maybe that, you know what, like, I see Bad Empanada, like, I don't care. It is pretty influential amongst Republicans, this kind of anti-thing conspiracy. Maybe I should have just dedicated myself. If I hadn't gone to Montreal, I should have just every day done, like, watching Candace Owens and going like, it would have been a good idea. Because I think that this conspiracy theory, I don't believe it, but at the same time, I think many people do. And I've had discussions with people about it, but yeah, my PC is also making a fucking crackling sound, is the thing. Do you know the story behind the use of, not condoning it, but it involved the fash leader of their old firm? No, I didn't know that. I don't know much about Chelsea, to be honest. I just support them. Like, I'm very much an armchair supporter of Chelsea. I've never claimed to be otherwise. I've seen Chelsea play, but, like, once or twice, maybe? I really want to see them, and I should have seen them in 2023, but I've not seen them. I will see them at some point. I like Chelsea, though, so remains to be seen. If I lived in London, I'd try to. Yeah, $7,000 for a post is not, like, actually true. I saw a video by Stranger Than Fiction about the moment that marked Charlie Kirk for death. What was the moment that marked Charlie Kirk for death? Was it when he was a racist, transphobic degenerate his entire life, and then someone who hated him for those values shot him? Because, you know, yeah. I still stand by everything I said then, which is that, like, I think now I perhaps feel more comfortable, like, making fucking jokes, but at the same time, I stand by the thing of, like, it's bad someone got shot on a college campus, and I'm against guns, but at the same time, I'm not going to go, I can't believe you're joking. You claim to be gun reform? They claim to be gun reform, but actually, you support Charlie Kirk? But yeah. I mean, crackly PC. Yeah, it's the power supply. Why would he be on Patrick Bet David to get marked? What did he say? Charlie Kirk, Patrick Bet David. Let's see. Let
your patriotic values guide how you invest your money and save for your future. With Monorail's Patriot Portfolio, your investment...
What is this?
Let your patriotic values guide how you invest your money and save for your future. With Monorail's Patriot Portfolio, your investment dollars get out of globalist corporations and for a conscious Qatar, which houses...
Right, so this is from the 9th of September, a day before he died. A few days before he died. Wait, listen to this. This is allegedly what this is allegedly what people think he was killed for.
Very, very difficult from PR level, and I'm not sure, to be frank, that there is a way for Israel to quote unquote win the PR. Genocide involves the that attempted in world the after supposedly population loss and warnings to cows. Not the Israelites. They're 18-year-olds going to get accusations are not.
Campaign questions on Israel. I think it's very important for our audience to hear this, though, because there is an incessant...
Charlie Kirk was a very strange-looking individual. Like, his face looks even stranger here. Like, what is this?
Campaign. And one thing a friend sent to me, interestingly, which is, okay, Charlie, we've pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, so like maybe we should also ask a question: is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says.
Ben Shapiro does raise his eyebrows there. Ben Shapiro's eyebrows are well and truly raised there.
It's because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
So ethnic cleansing, the idea, presumably, that population movement is equivalent to ethnic cleansing. I think ethnic cleansing is a term that's been fairly recently coined to describe population movement during war. And the reality is that's been ongoing for literally all of human history. The idea that Israel is, quote unquote, forcing people out of the Gaza Strip, that is not the stated policy of the Israeli government. The idea is if people want to leave, they can, but they're not being forced to leave. Again, moving people out of heavily urbanized areas that are honeycombed with terrorist booby traps pretty much everywhere is not the same thing as, quote unquote, ethnic cleansing. And I think that ethnic cleansing...
This is what I mean, though. People act as if Charlie Kirk pushed back, and I don't want to listen to Ben Shapiro talk...
I'll be honest.
Entire lifetime.
For question, but being here, but
the New York Times means the New York Times is pro-Israel is to ignore literally every bit of coverage they have ever done for my entire lifetime.
We're running out of time here, but just last question on this.
For me, if he'd made this major turn, if he'd made this major turn, why did he not speak up here? Like, why would you not speak up here and say, actually, Ben, I don't think the media has been. If you've been questioning, you could say, like, hang on, Ben, I think that actually we've seen in the media a lot of bias towards Israel, a lot of ambiguous reporting, and a lot of reporting that we see coming out of Arabic newspapers, later coming out of non-Arabic newspapers, way later and after the story has really passed its significance.
Ben, I know this might be a tougher question, but Bibi said, quote, I didn't like he said this, I'll be honest. You can't be MAGA if you're anti-Israel. I don't like it for a couple reasons. How did you analyze that statement from Bibi?
I mean, and I think that there is the ungenerous way of...
Why does he look so, like, incensed there? Like, why does he look so, like, in pain when he says
interpreting that, and then the generous way of interpreting that. So the ungenerous way is to suggest that you have to hold a particular position on every Israeli governmental activity in order to be MAGA, which, of course, is not true. I mean, you can disagree from the right or from the left with Bibi's policies, and you can still be plenty MAGA. I think the idea that Bibi is putting out there is that if you are taking Hamas's side against Israel in a conflict, it is very difficult to align that with the stated positions of the Trump administration or what President Trump himself is doing right now. I certainly is true.
You cannot look. I think you can have disagreements on Israel and still be MAGA. Obviously, you should be America first. But if you're pro-Hamas, you're something darker. and we shouldn't put up with that. Ben, tell us about your important new book.
So the basic idea in Lions and
Why is it presented by Bitcoin?
Scavengers is that inside every human heart, and this goes back to the book of Genesis, that there really is the dutiful part of you that wants to engage in what God made for you, this incredible rationalistic world in which you can mostly understand what's going on, and you have a duty to do the moral thing. You get up every morning, you try to build something, you try to be innovative and risk-taking, you try to defend your civil...
What do you get up and build every morning, Ben Shapiro? Like some shit tweet? Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If Ben Shapiro is the best you've got to, like, get people's opinions on Palestine to be different, you ain't bringing back the half of young Republicans who hold negative views of Israel. Candace Owens is way more interesting. She's way more like, I don't know, a bit erratic and stuff. Ben Shapiro's boring as fuck. He's just like, actually, you gotta support Israel. You gotta support Israel because otherwise you don't get any more Big Bang Theory. There will be no more Big Bang Theory without Israel. That's what you've got to understand. Mayim Bialik will never be in the Big Bang Theory if it isn't for Israel. And it's just boring. It's just boring. It's shit. And it's, my chest is always sore. Always makes me worry about my heart too. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I pressed, like, I didn't press anything heavy. I'm still getting back into the gym. I was just doing like 70 kg for like Lincoln Build Winter. Dick can't put together a Playmobil set. How is BBT? What are you talking about, BBT? What are you talking about, BBT? I don't know what you're talking about there. But what I mean is, like, if Charlie Kirk was making this major change, you think having Ben Shapiro on as an opportunity, he would have pushed back on him? But at the same time, I do not care that much about this. Like, fuck Israel and fuck their genocidal crimes. And this is not a conspiracy theory that, like, Jewish people control the world. It's not anti-Semitic. It's just blaming them for fucking killing Charlie Kirk because people genuinely believe that he was turning. Also, by the way, the amount of Tommy Robinson edits are now increasing. There is now a photo, guys, a second Tommy Robinson edit has hit the building. Tommy Robinson has now been edited into a photo of Virginia Giuffre, Prince Andrew. Well, I don't actually, to be honest, at this point, I'm not sure which photo is real. Is that Tommy Robinson? I don't actually know. I think that this was just him originally. And Ghislaine Maxwell. I think that they were probably friends. I mean, he's already mates with Elon Musk, so maybe the two of them are friends. I don't know. I'm not actually too sure. I don't know. I'd have to... Oh, my God. Wow, look at this one. That was when Tommy was a young man. But Stephen Yaxley. Stevie... My boy, Stephen, you were so young back then. All of this started because Tommy Robinson made up a lie about West Ham Football Club. And now this guy, because I think a lot of you missed this earlier. I'll re-show them. Here's Tommy Robinson edited onto Jimmy Savile's face that is so good that you can barely tell that that is an edit. And I am not fucking exaggerating there. Here's him edited onto... who is it? Myra Hindley's. Myra Hindley, The Moors Murderers. Who's the man? Ian Brady. That's him edited onto Ian Brady, but this is so good, it's really hard to tell. There's him edited onto the Come Dine With Me guy. And there's him edited onto the Bold Nonce. The level of just editing here that is going on is insane. Oh my God, look at this one. Here he is when he was interviewed about not sweating. That's a classic Tommy moment. I know us all... Tommy Robinson fans are well and truly loving this. Jesus Christ. Tonight, Matthew, I am converting to Islam. I have seen the light. Hashtag socialist Naan. Palestine. Is that the Irish flag? Because it does also kind of look like it could be the Peru flag just because it's removed colour, but I think it's definitely the Irish flag. Look at this one of him as Myra Hindley. Oh, he's getting everything he deserves, man. Absolutely everything. This sack of shit guy. Shithouse. And I bet Tommy's going to go mental about it. Jesus Christ. Oh, Alice saved Tommy. Yeah, I mean, needs one ways Philip Schofield hits. The Jimmy Savile one is unbelievable. That is like genuine art, like the Jimmy Savile one. Such a racist idiot. He's half Irish, so yeah, fucking hell, is he half Irish? Stephen Christopher Yaxley Lennon. Here's also, by the way, look at how promoted this is. This is promoted by Elon Musk. Elon Musk amplifies this shit. Otherwise, Zach Polanski normally ratios people. This will be pushed down, though. And also, just racist shit sells so well on Twitter. This is an MP. If being racist means not wanting thousands of unvetted Sudanese and Iraqi men inserted into our communities, then sign me up. Nobody gives a shit about these meaningless words anymore. I want illegals gone. And the British people agree with me. Jesus fucking Christ. That is a sitting MP. That is a sitting MP saying that he doesn't give a shit about racism. Like, this echo chamber where that is seen as a normal view. I am sorry, go out and talk to most of your friends, most of the people that you grew up with. There are some people I know who might lean a bit towards reform. I do not know anyone like that, and anyone I do has been excommunicated from friend groups because they're like, hey, these views are totally abnormal. These views are genuinely insane. But of course, these views are over and over again seen as normal, seen as acceptable, because that is a sitting politician talking like that. A sitting politician who feels that that is acceptable to say. We're almost as bad as the US. Yes, because Elon Musk, by the way, has promoted this account, like, undeniably. The Sky News account showed this. It's promoted to everyone. Just unbelievable. Oh, sorry, I meant to save that. But yeah, Polanski, shout out Polanski. Immigration is a human right, and I guess they don't care. Yeah, it's like the guy saying, oh, Jews are all moving here, and Jews are moving people here. It's like, fucking hell, like, what are you talking about, man? Like, what is this world? Like, mass migration and people coming over here is a product of, like, notice the people that Rupert Lowe was angry about as well, by the way. Rupert Lowe was angry about Sudanese and Iraqis. Why do you think Sudanese and Iraqi people are here, man? Like, you know, maybe that has a bit to do with us getting involved in invading another country and fucking it up and causing so many problems. You know, and yeah. Wait, by the way, there's actually one other thing. Listen to this. This is apparently something by the Israeli government. A draft proposal attached. By the way, once again, Lonabox was downplaying this kind of stuff and talking about $7,000. Is stupid, and I'm sorry to just jump around a bit, but this is so insane. I just wanted to read it before we finished. A draft proposal attached to the filings listings this potential celebrities participating, including Guardians of the Galaxy actor Jon Voight. What? Jon Voight? He's the US Special Ambassador to Hollywood. I don't know if I've ever seen a film he's in apart from Holes, but I don't remember in Holes. I've never seen Heat, which is a good film apparently. What else? Football player Tim Tebow and NBA star Stephen Curry. Though it's unclear if any were contacted, the campaign also includes a touring installation called the October 7th Experience, designed by Hollywood set builders with immersive reality screens allowing participants to experience the horrors of Hamas attacks and the Nova Music Festival. By the way, earlier I mentioned that I think that like there might be a problem with like some people looking at the images out of you know, how sometimes we take on the trauma of an image that we're disconnected from and ultimately we can turn off. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard. You go to this is from a Haaretz article. This is something that the Israeli government wants to set up. They want to set up a Hollywood set where you have immersive virtual reality screens. Bro got on the Oculus Rift getting pinged, listening to shitty Israeli psytrance music. They don't have these people. These are people who they draft proposed. But you got your immersive Hasbara. Bro got on the Oculus Rift. He's listening. He takes his pinger. He's watching. He's listening to shitty Israeli psytrance. Before he knows it, Hamas fucking paragliders. Boom, boom, boom. 5 big booms from that. That's not me saying it. That's using the metrics of the great YouTubers Big AJ. That's their metric, the big booms. I just want to see if we got a final Tom Birchie video of the day as well. No, we didn't. He's just high in Israel. God, imagine being high in Israel. Immersive what? It's an immersive, like, immersive Nova Music Festival experience. Imagine going to that. Who is doing that? Well, who is doing that? That is a stupid question. We know who's going to do that. Oh, shit, wait. I closed that as well. Hold on. The Israeli government internal documents obtained by Haaretz show that AI has been explicitly defined as a core tool in the technological arsenal of Voices for Israel. You wonder why Elon Musk is editing his AI? I don't know, bro. Feel like there might be something a bit funny going on there. I don't know. Crazy stuff. It's nice as well, because most of the news today I can just roll over tomorrow. You know what, though, guys? I'm going to hit you with a pretty fucking major promise here. I am not going to stream on TikTok tomorrow, because I did the extra stream on Sunday. There'll be no TikTok stream tomorrow. I'm going to start on here earlier, and I'm going to finish at a similar time to this. I'm going to stream till 8 p.m. I just am kind of done for the evening. You know, I've been working since early, although my day was a bit delayed because I was fiddling around with the stuff. I hope you like the new camera. I also do need to get a stream deck, don't I? Because I also need to mess around with the lighting. Because I was messing with it earlier and I just kept fucking it up. Thank you to everyone who's donated. Thank you for the fucking 6-month members. Henry, Sophie, all the people who've been members for months now. Crazy you've been with me for this long. Thank you all for continuing to support me whilst I've been away. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to have... No, you're not getting a Dota stream. There'll be no TikTok live. There'll be a 4 to 4:30 No, it'll have to be 4 so I get it as long. Maybe 3:30, but no TikTok live. We'll have the start being like covering some of the news from today that I didn't get round to because I got some great articles, some stuff to watch. And after we're through that, we're going to have Cruel World Happy Mind joining later on. Or maybe I'll work out, I don't know which is smarter. Probably Cruel World Happy Mind second. Yeah, probably Cruel World Happy Mind. It just, by the way, I just want to say on TikTok, it's, as I say, it's because I want to build up the audience to here, which isn't really working so well. I mean, it kind of works, but yeah. I want the audience to come over, which to some extent it does, but also it's because, you know, it's like, it helps build my TikTok when I've not been uploading there, but I should just get better uploading. But anyway, thank you all so much. Thank you all for supporting, and yeah, have a lovely rest of the evening. And I hope you enjoyed. Works, but yeah, I want the audience to come over, which to some extent it does, but also it's because, you know, it's like, it helps build my TikTok when I've not been uploading there, but I should just get better uploading. But anyway, thank you all so much. Thank you all for supporting, and yeah, have a lovely rest of the evening.